right, what's going on, family? What is up? What is going down? How's everybody doing? Let me get my Skype going. Hold on. Let me get my Skype going. Got my Soul Train shirt. Retro. Let me tell Peter to turn that damn TV down upstairs. The TV down. The TV upstairs is loud as hell. So what's going on, family? We're here. It's Sunday night. And it's live on the Tariq Elite Show right here on Ustream. I'm ready to make it do what it do. All right. How is everybody doing tonight? This beautiful Sunday. What's all these people? A lot of people already calling in. Let me get me a little sip here. So we are in here, ladies and gentlemen, ready to chop up some good game. As we always do. As we always do right here every Sunday night. Today's show is brought to you by International Racism. That's my latest lecture. That's available right now at TariqRadio.com. You can stream it, watch it instantly. My Baltimore Town Hall meeting, I'm going to put that up for download this week. I'm going to take out time and make sure that that's available this week. So you guys stay tuned for that. And let's see who we got in the room. Let me start shouting out some people in the room. Let me shout some people in the room out. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. All right, we got Slim Jim, Baddie Sketch, Authentic, Christopher Clipper, Kevin McCoy, Calvin Jordan, Black Lion, Lunatic One, Milanon, BRNL, Unefru Raz the P, The Champ Man, Harlem Renaissance, Lauder Hill Star, Lauder Hill All Star, I think, Monster, Conscious Brother, Brenda, Big Biz. Too many people to name. A lot of people in there. We're almost at 1,000 people tonight. Well, I look tired. Man, I look really tired. I've been traveling. We've been traveling, filming for Hidden Colors 4. I look really tired. I'm looking at myself on the screen. I've been worn out, man, doing all this traveling. And I'm getting ready for my lecture tour this summer. We're going to add Atlanta on the list, family. So we're going to Philly. You get your tickets for Philly at TariqLive.com. That's going to be July 5th. I'm going to be doing a lecture there. We're trying to set up Atlanta for July 11th. That's a Saturday. That's going to be downtown. I give you the venue information pretty soon. Also, we're going to be in Detroit. I'm doing a lecture in Detroit July 18th. That's a Saturday. Everybody around the Michigan area, you need to come on down. You get your tickets right now at TariqLive.com, family. A lot of good information is going to be spit at the tour, man. Y'all, you don't want to miss it, especially my Atlanta folks. And we're getting a real nice sized venue in Atlanta because I got a real big audience in Atlanta. So we're going to really set it off in Atlanta. Let's see who we got on the phone. A lot of stuff we got to talk about tonight. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? It's Jelani from Raleigh, North Carolina. What's going on, buddy?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, fam?
Man, not much. Now, I'm a 21-year-old young bull from Raleigh. Really have been indulged within the game since about 8th grade. My partner of mine actually sent me The Art of Mackin' when I was in 8th grade, so I've really been following you for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And I just recently watched your interview from a long time ago with the light-skinned sister from L.A. You were talking about how when you moved to Los Angeles, all you had was $100 in your pocket.
Yeah. And
I just wanted to know what type of resources you had when you decided to go ahead and make that self-starter move. That was a real bold, and that's something I really admire. So what kind of resources did you have, and also what type of hustles did you have in place as well, brother?
Well, the resources that I had, I knew how to work drum machines because I wanted to come out. I wanted to be a producer, a hip hop music producer. So that was my main resource, was knowledge of how to program drum machines.
Right.
And even though I had no money, I would parlay that into money because when I came out here, all I needed to do was get access to a studio that I didn't have
Yeah.
to pay for, and then I can go find clients or whatever. And that's what I did for a minute while hustling and all that. I sold
Yeah.
beats for a very cheap rate. And
Right.
whenever I saw different new drum machines, I would learn how to work the drum machines and the samples. And I would bring all the gangsters in because back in the late 80s, early 90s, all the D-boys were trying to make mixtapes coming in from
Yeah.
South Central. So I got hooked in with some studios in Hollywood, and I knew a lot of cats down in South Central. So I would tell them to come on up, and for a couple of $100, just shoot me a couple of, $100.
Yeah.
I'll give you some beats. I get you in the studio and get you a nice little demo.
Right.
And shit, I was getting money hand over fist doing that. And
Yeah.
and that's how I kind of maintained myself, and with other things too. But that was one way. That was one resource that I had. I knew how to kind of move and shake around the studio, and that's what you have to do. You have to have some kind of skill to bring
Yeah.
with you to utilize that as your resource, something that you can set down and start doing to make paper. So, for example, if you know how to cut hair, you go to a new city, you can always find somewhere to cut somebody's hair. You understand? If you
Right.
don't,
Yeah.
if you are, if you're an artist, if you know how to draw, you can go somewhere and set up shop on the street and say, "Hey, I'm about to draw collages of people. Give me $10 to draw your picture." There's all types
Yeah.
of hustles you can do, man. You just got to have
Right.
some type of skill.
Right. Cool. And also, yeah, I know you're on your Illinois coach tour right now. And
Yeah.
brother, honest, Raleigh really needs that ism right now. There are a lot of young cats in Raleigh. You have the HBCU, like Shaw University.
Yeah.
You got Greensboro, A&T, right down the street in Greensboro. And this is like a really profound event for Melanoid and Ebony people as a culture. So I don't know, 2015, 2016, you got to come out to Raleigh, my dude. We need you out here.
Hey, man, y'all holler at me, man. Have the schools, have the promoters holler at me. I would love to come out there to Raleigh, man. Raleigh showed me love. I did one of my first lectures out there, the Black Women's Expo, years ago. Man, I had a great time out there.
Yeah.
Great time out there.
Yeah.
But holler at me, man. Y'all, they holler at me, man. I'll be glad to come out there. Thanks for the call, fam.
So, all right, later. Peace.
And that's the thing, family. A lot of y'all say, "Hey, man, you need to come to this city, that city." Just make it happen. Just make it happen. Hit me up, TariqLive.com. That's my booking site where people can book me for lectures. TariqLive.com. Just make it happen. The prices are on there. Just have your money together. I already got the audience. And let's make that happen. You said I was keeping the best beats for my own mixtape. But I did my mixtapes. I found some old beats that were never released on the mixtape. I'm rapping about some crazy shit. I found some shit from like in 1994. I gotta find it. It might be on my other computer. I'm rapping crazy. But what I would do, I would put out all those crazy ass mixtapes, like Wash Your Ass and all that, to really show off the beat. I knew none of that shit was gonna get no radio play. I knew that. I almost designed it so it wouldn't get radio play. Wash Your Ass ain't getting on nobody's rotation. But I put the real raunchy mixtapes out to display and show the kind of beats I was making. So when cats heard the beat, they're like, okay, well, shit, I need to go find out what's up. I need to go in and get it in. Where's the Wash Your Ass mixtape? I got a copy of it somewhere around the house. I actually got a copy of the Wash Your Ass mixtape somewhere around the house. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, some of the beats were dope. Some of them were cool. Some of them, when I listen to it now, some of it seems dated. What happened, CIA? Say I made Jake Steeds be. Oh, man. What's up, T. Nasheed fan? How are you? Man. But, we got to talk about what's happening down in Waco. You guys familiar with what's happening in Waco, Texas right now? Are y'all familiar with what is happening? Yes, I had the MP3, the MPC 2000. That's what I was working with. I knew how to work that MPC. Even before that, before the MPC came out, you had the 1200. The SB 1200. I knew how to work that SB 1200. I was a beast on that SB 1200. But I graduated to the MPC. I was a beast on that MPC, man. I was a beast on that. That's why when MC Shy D, the legendary Atlanta rapper, he called to the show, and remember he told the story about how he let me borrow his, because when I moved to Atlanta, that's a perfect example. When I moved to Atlanta in 94, I think I moved down there around 94, 95, something like that. And I didn't really have anything, but I knew how to make beats. I didn't even have my drum machine no more, because the drum machine that I used here in LA was the studios. My partners in the studio owned it. So I moved down to Atlanta, so I didn't have any equipment. And I let dudes down there hear my stuff, my tracks, and they wanted me to do some beats for them, and they wanted to pay me, but I didn't have no drum machine. So Shy D, who called up to the show, legendary brother, he let me use his shit for free. My man let me use his joint, and I made thousands of dollars making beats with his drum machine. So again, as long as you have some kind of skill, you can get it popping. Let's see who we got on the phone. But I want to talk about what's happening down in Waco in a minute. What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, my name is Alvy Ernest.
Alvy?
Yeah, Alvy.
Alvy, how you doing, Alvy?
Blessed. Could be better, but blessed. My brother told me to give you guys a call because he might be able to help our family.
What's going on with the family?
Well, unfortunately, my husband was wrongfully terminated due to he was teaching at a vocational school for about a year and 3 months. He got a new coworker who happened to be a white woman who had 15 years of experience in teaching. And she kind of just worked her magic to push him out by turning the students against him and making up accusations that made him seem like he's this angry black man. But that's not the case. If anybody knows him as a person, he's an amazing person. And it's just taking a toll on the family because now we're at zero.
Okay. This is why I tell people we got to start getting into a position, black people, where we're going to have to be self-sufficient. All that shit where the white folks, they done fired us, all that shit that's done. They're going to keep doing it because we got to be self-sufficient at this point. So
yeah,
your husband and other people in the community, and I tell black people this now, we need to start networking with each other and letting people know, hey, we're going to open up a building, and while you work the square job in the daytime or whatever, start having a little side hustle going on the weekend or after you teach your main class. So when the white supremacist starts tripping on you, you got you a goddamn safety net. I don't know why black people are dependent on these white supremacists in 2015. This is going to continue to happen. We need to have side hustles out the ass right now so we don't have that sad sob story when the white supremacists pull that rug from under us. So hit me up with an email. We'll talk more about it, okay? We'll talk more about it and we'll see what's happening. Thank you for the call. Yeah, don't hit me with the sad calls, y'all. That the white folks gonna let me. No. Let's stop that bullshit. I'm not feeling that. I ain't feeling none of that sad pole mouth shit because we need to be more self-sufficient. All that, we don't know what to do. These white supremacists out here are circling their wagons. What you think they gonna do? The slave days are over. Those good old days where Massa just said, you can be part of the family. You're not going to be equal to us, but we got a little section in the house for you, Sambo. Oh, you're going to be our good little nigga forever. Oh, we'll keep you forever. Just like in the movie The Help. Oh, we'll hire you as long as you want to work. If you stay. Those days are over. The white supremacists are circling their wagons. They are looking out for each other. They're throwing black folks under the bus like it's nothing. We need to be networking with each other to find clients, to find people who want to get a group economic game going so we can stop sitting up here whining about white folks and the white supremacists firing us and all that shit. That's going to happen, and there's nobody to run to. No other people to say, hey, look what they're doing, because all the white supremacists are in on it. It's hustle time, family. That's why we see a high influx of cooning and buck dancing and bedwenching. People are bedwenching and cooning like it's going out of style right now, and those days are over. That's why so many YouTube coons. The YouTube cooning is at an all-time high. And also, they're doing that for money too. They figure if I get those YouTube hits from the white supremacists, I can parlay that into money. I didn't know that you can make a nice piece of change off your little YouTube hits. I got an AdSense account that I had one of my YouTube pages linked up to. And I ain't tripping on no AdSense money. I just set it up. They're like, would you like to monetize your page? I'm like, well, fuck it. Yeah, sure. Why not? This was a year ago. So I monetized one of my pages, I wasn't thinking nothing of it, get a few clicks, get a couple of pennies here and there. And I looked into my AdSense account just to look at it because I went into one of my old email addresses and they were like, well, we need to verify something. I'm like, well, okay. I didn't even know the password of my account. So I went into my AdSense account, had like $6,000 in there that I made. I'm like, well, how the fuck did I get this? I always find little money here and there that I don't even know about. I go into different accounts and there's $3,000 here, $6,000 there. So it was like $6,000 in my AdSense account from YouTube hits and clicks I wasn't even aware of. So yeah, you might as well. So I'm going to look more into that. That's why I want to get this web series going. I'm going to get a web series that I want to do and put that on YouTube. I want to get that going. So this is why we have a lot of coons just doing and saying anything to get those YouTube hits. So now it really makes a lot of sense. Now it really makes a lot of sense. That's why you have so many coons. I made like with $6,000. I didn't even know I had it. I didn't know I had that shit in there. Just little bullshit ass money. But it's cool. Yeah, I had $6,000 sitting up in my AdSense account. Didn't even know I had it. But now that explains why so many people, that really puts in perspective why so many people are cooning so hard on YouTube. Because if black folks are on YouTube and you get a lot of hits, especially when it goes into the millions, you gotta do some cooning. That's why we got so many YouTube coons. Because that's a black person, some coon, crispy black person sitting up here talking shit about other black people, that's almost guaranteed YouTube hits. That's almost guaranteed YouTube hits. And that's why these coons do it, because they know that the white supremacists are going to hit their pages and get them clicks. Yeah, that dude, painless dude. Yeah, he's another coon. And that's another reason why a lot of these coons mention my name, because my name gets a lot of hits too. Authentic hits. Yeah, the Maybach page, that's not my page, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start putting more content on my page because that's cool. That's cool. Little $6,000 won't hurt extra. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, brother, this is Anthony from Rialto.
Anthony from Rialto. How you doing, fam?
Hey, I'm doing real good, brother. I was watching a quick show on the morning show. I think it was The Breakfast Club, and it had Damon Dash on there.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you saw it.
I saw that. I did see it.
And what is your take on what he had to say? Because it kind of ruffled the feathers of a lot of the guys that were in there.
Yeah, it did. But he was saying some real stuff. He was talking about how, it's important to be a boss. It's important to own stuff. So, there was a lot of bravado in there, but the underlying thing he was talking about was real. The importance of owning stuff and being a boss and not having a boss. And I get that. So basically he was talking in his own words about group economics and being self-sufficient, which is, anybody talking that, I can rock with that because it's true. So I feel him on that sense.
So why do you think so many of them had such an adverse reaction to what he had to say?
That's the way
and
he
I
was
remember
doing it.
Boyce Watkins coming in and trying to defend him.
Yeah. And I was with Boyce Watkins a few days ago in Chicago, by the way. I think a lot of them got offended just by the tone he had. It was almost a very antagonistic tone, and he was, he was doing the whole Dame Dash thing. He was calling them chatty patties, and it was over the top, but he kind of ruffled them the wrong way because the tone was a little antagonistic, but it made for good radio too. Dame Dash is a showman. He's like P.T. Barnum.
Yes, sir.
So he's a showman. He knows how to get it cracking, and it was good for them because the ratings was high. So it was good entertainment. You dig? So
Do you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you think that a lot of times that you're like, because it seems to me, I listen to you every time, Flex, and I'm just saying, does it seem that you have like a strength in your voice that kind of pissed the white supremacists off to a certain degree? Because I saw Killer Mike on Bill Maher's show, and I seen him kind of cut it down just a little bit so he wouldn't antagonize or say anything. I didn't hear anything about white supremacists come out of his mouth,
right,
or anything like that, but he seemed to be, kind of toned down to a certain degree.
It was probably a little more tactful, which is cool. You can always be more tactful with certain things. You can always be more tactful because now Killer Mike, he's going to be in Hidden Colors 4. And I interviewed him, and he's going all the way in, man. He is not tactful in Hidden Colors. He's going the fuck in. So I know. So in different places, you got to rock it different ways. You can't, the way he went in on Hidden Colors 4, you can't get on a white person's show and really go in like that and be invited back again. You understand? So you got to be tactful, and he was doing the right thing with being tactful. Now I can be tactful to a certain degree, but I'm gonna bring that shit right back to white supremacy, and they know it. You dig? They know.
Is that why they don't invite you?
Yeah,
is that why they don't invite you?
No, if
they know that you're gonna go there.
Over here in the States, if they invite me, they want me to talk about something else. They don't let me talk about race on television too much out here. Now overseas, in the international press, they let me talk about it. I talk about it for hours at a time, international press. But over here, I'm like Marshawn Lynch, like, you know why I'm here. And they like, let's not let this motherfucker get to talking. Because I'm going to say some shit that's going to make a lot of sense, and I'm going to say it in a way that's not overtly offensive. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they'll put a black person on TV to talk about race as long as they're like yelling and being the crazy Negro, like, hey, you crackers gotta go. They'll let that person on TV all day because then they can say, oh, look, he's scary. We gotta hurt him. Oh, look at him. He's angry black man. But no, I'm gonna break it down very logically. And, they don't really want that. You dig? So it is what it is. All right, but thanks for the call, fam. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's the thing. They can't put me in the angry black man box. Oh, do we got some cooning in the room right now? Hold on. Let me see who we got in here. Okay. Let me see who's in the room. Because somebody said we got some cooning going on or some shucking and jiving in the room right now. Yes, indeed. You got banned last week for saying we should call ourselves black. I don't remember banning you. Not for that. You probably did something else. Yeah, Mark Lamont Hill is pretty good. I like Mark Lamont Hill. Say go hard is trolling. Okay. Probably white supremacists. We got a lot of white supremacists in here. All right. But has any of the media talked about... I've been looking at CNN and Fox all day. I have not seen any footage about what's happening down in Waco, Texas right now. I haven't seen nothing about what's happening in Waco, Texas right now. Nothing. Now, for those who don't know, right now in Waco, Texas, there were two biker gangs who got into a shootout at a restaurant out there in Waco, Texas. I think 9 people got killed, about 18 people got shot. And I think these people were shooting it out with the police too. And they were threatening the police. More of the gang members, these are biker gangs, they were coming to reinforce the other biker gang members against the police out there. This is happening right now. They say they got the situation contained, but it's all over social media. But I have not seen one peep about this shit on television. If it was, I missed it. They have not shown it on television. I haven't seen it if they're shown. Now, on local television, they might have shown it. I've seen some stuff where they were live streaming locally. But where's CNN and Fox with the round-the-clock coverage, the live coverage? These are gang members, biker gangs, who shot at police, shot at each other, and kill people. A lot of y'all don't even know this is happening right now. This is happening right now, and there's a media blackout right now. Right now, this is happening down in Texas, in Waco, Texas. You turn on CNN now, they got Anthony Bourdain, the food show. Now, these gang members are biker gangs. These are non-black biker gang members. These little white supremacist gangs. Dude, go to Twitter right now. Go to Twitter. A lot of y'all don't even know. As a matter of fact, Google it. Just go to Google. What's up, Ola? Everybody say what's up to Ola. Go to Google. Go to Google and just type in Waco biker gang shootout. There's several stories about it, but on the mainstream television, national press, they ain't even touching this right now. It's on MSNBC now. They must have just put it on, because I was looking at MSNBC and all that shit. They weren't showing none of that. They were showing Lock Up Raw or some shit like that. But these are gangs, white gangs, by the way, down in Texas that have shot and killed each other.
News out of Waco, Texas, where there has been a shooting, we're told, between biker gangs. There are at least 9 people reported dead. Joining me on the phone, Grant Herms. He's an affiliate reporter with KXXV in Waco. Grant, what happened?
Well, Bobby, this all started around 12:15 this afternoon. Police were telling us they were monitoring the situation here at the Twin Peaks restaurant, and then they heard that there was a fight over.
Can y'all hear this pretty good, by the way?
Over a parking space is what it started as. That escalated to guns. After a knife and chains were also brought out.
They had guns, knives, and chains. They recovered like 100 guns at this spot. This is happening today right now. They recovered 100 guns.
I just talked with a few witnesses a little while ago who said that they crawled into a freezer in the back of the restaurant with some other employees and the management there. They locked themselves in as they heard a terrified, obviously, gunshots were going off. They were then brought outside under police custody.
And I think some of the bodies are still out there right now. They had because earlier I saw some images, because I've been following all the stuff on Twitter. They got dead bodies out there right now still.
Yeah, after things had quieted down till they could get them out.
And you had said that police had been keeping an eye on these groups ahead of this incident?
Yeah, that's right. We were told today that both local and state police have been keeping an eye on these 2 or 3 gangs, at least that's what they're telling us. For about a month now, they've been trying.
Now, they've been knowing about these gangs. They've been keeping an eye on these gangs. They knew that this biker gang had beef with each other, but they just kind of, focused on the Negroes, other places.
And the owners, but those owners wanted this business at their restaurant. So there was a lot of frustration we were hearing from local police today that they said this attack, may have been not as bad if the ownership would have been able to, or more willing, really, to work with police here.
Okay. So this gang was out here shooting each other. They done killed 9 people. They shooting at cops. They recovered 100 guns. No major media coverage. But in Baltimore, they burned down a CVS. They turned that whole city of Baltimore into Iraq. They had tanks and military all over Baltimore. They had SWAT, military, National Guard, Army tanks rolling up and down the streets of Baltimore because of some property being damaged. Nobody got killed. Nobody shot anybody out there in Baltimore. There's a curfew. They locked the city down. They treated that city like Iraq. And this shit out here in Waco, they're acting like it's some shit from the Andy Griffith Show. They're treating it like Mayberry. With Baltimore, they blame every black person and their mama because of Baltimore. They blame all black single mothers. They blame all black absentee fathers. They blame black teachers. They blame black preachers. They blame Sharpton. They blame rap. They blame everybody. They were putting out stories about the black gorilla family. They were going to get together and kill the cops. You notice they haven't named the 2 gangs or 3 gangs out there in Waco. They have not once named any of the gangs out there. All we heard in Baltimore was Black Gorilla Family, the Crips and the Bloods. The Black Gorilla Family's gonna get you. Oh, we got ample evidence that the Black Gorilla Family's gonna turn on the cops. They named every black gang that ever existed. The Warriors are gonna come and shoot the cops. The Piggly Wiggly gang. The Crunk gang. Just gangs niggas ain't never heard of. These no-name gangs. They name every single gang they can possibly name for Baltimore. They will not name these gangs out here in Waco that done sat up here and killed 9 people. You dig? I blame Willie Nelson. I blame Ted Nugent for their rock music being so damn influential. I blame Sons of Anarchy. I blame all of them. Let's see who's on the phone. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Oh, hi, Tariq. It's Mayette from New York City.
Hey, Mayette. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Mayette, are you the one with the African boyfriend? A husband?
A husband, yes.
Okay.
It's me again.
Okay. So what's going on? What's going on with your husband?
Okay, do I sound clear?
You sound crystal clear, dear. Yes, you do.
Excellent. Okay. No, I was calling in because I wanted to know your opinion on the petition that's going around with replacing Andrew Jackson's face on a $20 bill. That's been, I know it was old news, it happened last week.
Right.
I tried to call, and I just wanted to know what your opinions on it, because I personally feel like it's I feel like it's disrespectful, and I feel like they're trying to be funny, because it's like they're trying to make it seem like, because they said she's at the head of the poll, like.
Go ahead, sweetie. I can't hear you, sweetie.
Sir.
Well,
I'm sorry. They're asking, how about now?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, they're acting like they would really consider putting a black woman on, a $20 bill or any dollar bill, which we know that's not going to happen. But my thing is, why would they even play like that when they haven't even, given out people reparations that they would even consider, or they consider, like they were going to do, like put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. Well, I just think that I don't know. I just feel like it's disrespectful, and it's kind of just ridiculous.
I think they might do it now. They might put her face on a $20 bill.
You think so?
They might put Harriet Tubman. I believe all day that they might definitely do that. They have no problems giving props to a black person who's a slave or who used to be a slave, because that's not going to harm the the structure of white supremacy, that reinforces it. I think they might just do that. And also, it's a...
But isn't that disrespectful, though? That's like disrespectful.
Disrespectful how? What do you mean by disrespectful?
Because, okay, if you would... First they say, forget about slavery, let's not talk about it, it was a thing of the past. But then they are trying to, still make money off of it and still represent like one of our slaves. Like, you haven't even given just our people reparations, but yet you're going to put her on a $20 bill. I think that's just... I don't know. That just seems really
that's in the back of the line of a whole list of other disrespectful stuff. If you want to go there, I mean,
of course, absolutely.
That's that you got to put that in the filing cabinet of disrespect. If we want to go there, sweetie, some of the slave owning corporations are still in existence, like a lot of the banks that used to insure slave labor. They're still in existence. I mean, so we want to go there. You dig? But symbolically, I think that will pacify a lot of black folks by having her on the...
I've been debating with them. So, yeah, a lot of people are pacifying. So, like, oh, this is great. This is going, this is like, feels like it's progress. But I just don't agree with that.
I don't think it's not progress. No, it's not progress. It's not progress at all. But... I think they might do it. I don't really feel away one way or another. My thing is, if they wanted to put a black person on money, especially on a dollar, on any kind of currency, the black woman, especially if they wanted to use a black woman, because that's really less threatening for them to use a black woman. I would suggest that they use Ida B. Wells. That's the kind of person that you put on the money. Ida B. Wells was a rider. Ida B. Wells, she went at white supremacy's neck. That sister was not a joke, and they don't really talk about Ida B. Wells that much, but Ida B. Wells is one of my idols, and that would be the perfect candidate to put that sister on money, because she was not a joke. She stood up to the white supremacists. A lot of people try to claim her, like a lot of the feminists, but she wasn't down with those feminists like people think she was. She challenged a lot of the white supremacy that came from the feminists. So that Ida B. Wells is one of my heroes. So that's the kind of person that I would suggest to be on the currency. Now, speaking of money, what's going on with your money and your dude, your husband? Have you talked to your husband?
I swear to you, you have me cracking up. Like, I listened to it, and I can understand why you came to that judgment, so I'm not offended at all. But, I mean, things are still the same. He's just covering, the basic bills. So, he says by the end of the year, things will get a lot better. And,
where is he now? Where is he now?
Right now, he's in Senegal.
He's still in Senegal.
Yeah, he's coming back on Friday.
He's coming back on Friday.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be here Friday, yeah.
Okay. Your dude is not at Senegal. I got footage of your dude. This is your dude. This is your dude right here. Hold on.
Yeah, your boy Banks, and this track is dedicated to all the ladies out there who like to go to the movies. Especially you, girl. Let me take you to the movie, shorty. I'm sure later on you will be my baby. Let's sit down and just be by my side. I got the popcorn, I know what as you like. Let me take you to the movie, shorty. I'm sure later on you will be my baby. Let's sit down and just be by my side.
That dude, her dude is at the movies with another chick. Your dude is at the movies in Senegal with another lady flossing with the jewelry that you bought him. That's what he's doing with the rent money. He's over there in Senegal tricking that rent money off at the movies. Oh, man. Oh, God. But yeah, that's what I would put Ida B. Wells on the currency, man. Ida B. Wells is my idol. I love that sister. And I would put her on the currency. I would put that sister on the currency. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, peace, King. Flex was good, bro.
I'm good, man. Who is this?
It's DJ Full Moon in Mobile, Alabama, bro.
DJ Full Moon in Mobile. What's going on, fam?
Okay, it's about that time we're going to have to get going see about getting you down June 10th, bro. You know we do the June 10th down
Oh
every year.
yeah. When do y'all do that? What's the date? When do y'all do that?
Usually be around June 19th.
Okay.
Usually that week. But I've been trying to call you. I don't know if you're familiar. I know he was pretty big in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But the last Mr. Big passed this month.
Who?
The last Mr. Big had on trial time.
I'm not familiar who that is.
Oh yeah, he was Alabama. He was real big, but if you can I get your email or can you post it up in the room?
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I'll give it to you now, man. It's info@TariqElite.com. That's my email. And holla at me, man. Y'all want me to come down, man? Go to TariqLive.com to check out my lecture rates and all the requirements. That's TariqLive.com and just make it happen, man. Let's y'all use some of that strip club money so we can get it popping. Okay. But thanks for the call, man.
Bro.
Okay, hold on. There's somebody named Lucas. Wait a minute. There's somebody who said they wanted to debate me. Lucas, are you here in the room, Lucas? Let me see if he's in here now. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. Call now. Somebody named Lucas is a person who I suspect might be a white supremacist. He emailed me, said he wanted to debate me. So let me see. Lucas, are you in the room, the guy who wanted to debate me? Oh, yeah, shout out to BB King. BB King, he transitioned. Our brother BB King transitioned. So, Lucas, are you in here, Lucas? Lucas, where you at? Let yourself be known. You say, all right, well, hold on. Let me do this. Lucas, I'm going to send you an email, Lucas. And I want you to, hold on, because a lot of people in here saying that they're Lucas. So this Lucas guy, he's for the last couple of weeks, he said, I want to call up and have a debate. Okay. Let me see. What number are you calling from? All right, Lucas, I got the line wide open for Lucas's ass. All right. I got the line wide open for Lucas. Where you at, Lucas? I'm waiting on you, Lucas. So you can't say I didn't clear the line, because every week he says, hey, man, I wanted to call and the line was tied up. So don't nobody call right now except Lucas. I'm waiting on Lucas to call up. Don't nobody call but Lucas. All right, y'all wait. We want Lucas to call up. Everybody chill out for a few minutes. Oh, let's see if Lucas calls up. Hold on one second. Let me see if this is Lucas. Hello?
Yeah, this is Lucas King.
This Lucas?
This is Lucas.
There you go. So you finally got through, Lucas.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Thank you for taking my call. Is this Tariq?
Yes, it's Tariq. Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. What a blessing. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Yes, so you've been saying for the last few weeks you wanted to debate me about something. Now, what is it exactly? Because your emails are kind of incoherent. Now, what is it that you wanted to debate me about? What did you disagree with? What exactly is it?
Well, first of all, again, all the props in the world. I've been a fan since 2004. But having said that, we actually kind of our tastes have started evolving around the same time. That's when I started getting into politics, and so did you.
Right.
And at least from what I saw. But anyways, my point is that I have a problem. I really am interested in black issues and bringing black people up and making them more prosperous and having a more equal life in America. And I follow a lot of different viewpoints. And one thing that kind of frustrates me about what Tommy Sotomayor, I don't like saying it, but he called it pro-black. This is one example. And but that just sounds weird, because why wouldn't you be pro-black? But anyway.
Right. And I'll get on that in a minute, because the fact that you would even reference him, that says a lot about you. To even reference that dude, to even reference him in any serious discourse, that really says a lot about what you think about black people.
No. The reason I say that is because I was trying to find a word, because before I used to say black nationalist, but if you say white nationalist, that assumes racism. So I didn't want to say black nationalist.
But let's back up a minute. But why? I'm trying to understand why you would even entertain somebody like Crispy in a serious discourse. I'm trying to really understand that, knowing that the person's ideology is extremely anti-black and just not serious, and the fact that you would even look and listen to him in any serious manner, that right there speaks volumes about your real ideology. Because any white person, low-key white supremacists will hide behind black people regurgitating their white supremacist views. So that right there let me know everything I needed to know about you right there. But go ahead.
Okay, that's really not fair, because, for example, I'm not a Christian, even though I love Jesus Christ, and I still am very interested in Islam. I'm interested in Christianity, even though I don't prescribe to it at all. As a matter of fact, I think
let's go. We're going to have to get to the point. Man, we got to get to the point now, because now you've lost a lot of credibility already. So now you got to really get to the point now, because now it sounds like the fact that you mentioned somebody who's a complete non-factor sounds like you're trolling at this point. So now I really want you to get. Now you really got to get to the point, Lucas. Now, what's your point?
Okay. My issue is the notion in what I consider a faith. I'm not going to debate on what I think is right. I'm not going to debate black on black crime. I hate that. It's not our issue. It's not white people's issue. But I want to debate the notion that being that believing or seeing white supremacy as a priority for black upbringing of blacks. I think I think it's a fallacy, and the reason why is because I've heard all your points. I've heard white people have a terrible history. I mean, it just crushes me when I heard about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay,
and,
now let's stop. Okay,
sure.
Because I don't want you to ramble. So let's do what you just said. So you say that black people should not. You don't think that black people should focus on white supremacy that much,
or that believing in it, in its prioritizing it is necessary to be considered a strong black leader. And I got that from the Jesse Lee Peterson interview that you had. Because you were so frustrated at that one point. And that's also the problem I have with Dr. Umar Johnson as well. It's because I love everything he says.
Okay, but let's stay focused. Okay, I don't want you to get all over the place. Let's bring it back. Let's just deal with what you're talking about. So your argument is basically black people should not really prioritize focusing on white supremacy. Is that a fair assessment of what you're trying to say?
Fair enough. I'll say fair enough.
Okay. I mean, is it yes or no, really, to be honest? I just want to know what your argument is.
Yes. Believing in white supremacy.
Because that's the thing you got to see. Because right now you're acting kind of like a suspected white supremacist, where you're dancing around and you're kind of low key, soft shoe saying certain things, but then you're changing it up. Where do you stand? Stand by what you believe. Do you think that black people should focus on white supremacy as their main problem? That's a yes or no situation.
Okay. No.
Okay.
No, and I'll tell you why.
Now. Okay. Tell me why.
Okay, so the reason why is because everything that you've talked about it is very true, except for when you go past the 70s, and also it's important because the way it's tainted is as if white supremacy is somehow unique or somehow it's somehow what's the word I'm looking for? It's somehow. Okay, if you look at the history of 20,000 years of human civilization...
Okay, no. Let's bring it back, because you're about to go on a rant. Let's bring it back. I got to bring you back. All right, so basically you're saying that we should not prioritize white supremacy because that's not the main issue that black people have. So if white supremacy, sir, is not the main issue that black people have, in your opinion, what is the main issue that black people have that causes so much confusion, dysfunction, and degradation in the black community?
Okay, you actually characterized my point the best there, the first part. We're going to dangerous waters here because I'm not arrogant enough to tell you what is going to bring black people up.
No. Whoa. I didn't ask that. I did not ask that. I asked you, what did you think the problem Was. If it's not white supremacy,
Was.
what's the
Yes,
problem
was.
now? Was or is? I'm talking about is. I'm talking about when I say well, I'm talking about present.
It was. It was. But
I mean, no,
is.
like in the black community right now, today, 2015, black people are getting slaughtered legally by police officers. Black people are being funneled into the prison system. Black people are being disenfranchised out of the workplace. Black people are being gentrified out of their homes and their neighborhoods. So there is an issue and a problem going on with people who are classified as black. And if white supremacy is not the culprit, what is the root of that problem?
I actually remembered a few that I was going point by point. I agreed with. Okay, the prison system, 100% correct, and I'm a staunch libertarian, and I absolutely think the prison industrial complex is disgusting. That is the biggest crime, and I would say almost exclusively the biggest crime against black people today. And right now, it is a drug war, and it's disgusting. And that is the one point that I'll absolutely concede. The other thing, gentrification. You can say, okay, Hispanics do it, Indians do it, Koreans have done it. I mean, it's not exclusively white. How do I put it? I do not, so for example, we get blamed a lot, and say we, because again, I was just born with skin color.
Now, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, because if Koreans do it, they're allowed to do it by the white supremacists. If the Hispanics do it, they're allowed to do it by the white supremacists. Hispanics don't come over here without the permission of the white supremacists. Asians did not come over here without the permission of the white supremacists. Let's just be very clear.
But I would argue that it's not based on color. There's an in and there's an out class. Like, for example, I am not being let in. I do not have any privilege. I believe there is an upper class. There is a 1%, and they do control everything. And it's not based necessarily on skin color. As a matter of fact, only 2% of white people own slaves. 2%. That's about the percent that bankrupted this country. In the crash during the wall. 2% of this country is what controls and destroys everything in this country. But I don't think
let's back it up. Let's back it up with that. Only 2% of people own slavery, but own slaves. Since we're dipping back into slavery as if that was the only form of white supremacy, that was the first stage of white supremacy. Also, during slavery, 100% of white populations, they benefited from the slave trade because the railroad system was built off the money of slavery. The stock market was built from the money of slavery. The banking system, as we know it today here in America, was built off the back of slavery. The whole shipping industry, the insurance industry was built off the backs of slavery. So everything branched off the backs of people being enslaved, that free African labor. Everybody benefited from it. Please stop that. Only 2% benefited from it, brother. There was a reason why they said cotton was king. Cotton was king. Cotton was the thing. Cotton was gold. Sugar and tobacco that black people were forced to pick with free labor, that was the currency of the day, and everybody who was classified as white benefited from that. And not only that, we built the labor, we built the wealth of the country that allowed white immigrants to come over from Europe to enjoy the fruits of that labor. So please, let's stop with the only 2% of whites and all of us, we were just innocent. We just came on a boat and didn't know what we were. Stop that, all right?
No. That's fair enough. But you're kind of missing my point. My point was that yes, you were absolutely right. I will not argue with anything you said. But my point was, I'm debating the intention, this ingrained thing in white people that were somehow, especially racist. As a matter of fact, whites didn't like it because, again, only 2% own it. We also had to pay taxes on it to collect the slaves who ran away. The poor white people had to catch them, and it was forced by the government. So we resented it, just like we resent the Wall Street bankers right now. They didn't
resent no damn. They wanted slavery to be maintained. They want the majority of the white population did not want slavery to be over. They were perfectly fine with black people being enslaved because when slavery was over, they reinstituted slavery with the damn black codes and the sharecropping. What you talking about, dude? They reintroduced slavery. That was another form of slavery.
I've never heard that first part.
Look up sharecropping, sir. Look up the black code, sir. Look up sharecropping in the black code. Look up sharecropping in the black code, sir.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't know that. I thought I was 100% prepared, but that part I
Stop getting your talking points from Stormfront, places like that. That's your problem. You're getting talking points from places like Stormfront and all these white supremacist websites.
Okay, now you're being, but that's not fair.
That's what it sounds like. When people start talking about, well, only 2% of whites own slaves, those are white supremacist talking points, and they sound good when they're unchecked. I can knock these shits out. I'm not trying to embarrass you, brother, but you're lightweight with the stuff that you're bringing to the table, man. It's like I'm debating a somebody who got their white supremacist starter pack. Come on, man, give me something.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right. Okay, that's not very fair because that wasn't even my point. My point, I was going to give tons of little factoids to show you that, as a matter of fact, okay, in China, in every country but the West, Western Europe, not Eastern Europe, Western Europe and America, is the only place where we have the type of political correctness that we have. White people that I've met have extreme guilt in most of the time. So if we, for example, okay, in China, in Japan, for example, their biggest minorities tend to be Filipinos and Russians. And every time a Filipino creates a crime, they put on front page news, Filipinos are causing crime in our neighborhoods. So they police their own. My point is not to say, my point is that Western people or Western white people are, we follow ourselves. I mean, saying, okay, for example, the guy that
you do what? Wait, you lost me. You're losing me. Now, Western white people do what? Now, they do what?
Okay, my whole point of my argument is to prove that white people are not inherently racist. We really are not. I mean, at least I can speak for myself, but there's also evidence to support that.
I never said that. I never said that. You never heard me ever say that.
Okay, so then what? Okay, can you define to me what is white supremacy and where does it come from? Okay, explain that to me, please.
You have white people and you have white supremacists. All white people are not white supremacists. I know that. That's why I always specify white supremacists. I don't say, well, the white people are doing this. I never say that. If you look at my work, I don't say, well, white people are fucked up. No. I never say that. I always specify white supremacists. We have a system of white supremacy, and it's run by white supremacists who all work in conjunction with each other. And you do have a lot of white people who are not racist. They're white people who try to fight systematic racism, and they try to do what they can do. Unfortunately, the white supremacists are more powerful than the good white people who are not white supremacists, unfortunately, because the system of white supremacy still exists.
Okay, all right, well...
That makes sense?
All right, well then... No, now okay, we're on the same page almost. Now I feel bad for even making such a big deal about this, because we're reading, especially with Dr. Umar Johnson, it made it seem like to me that Dr. Umar Johnson kind of made it seem like that white people are inherently just more vicious than other races, and that it's some type of conspiracy, and it's pretty much most of them, and even the ones that try to help, which I agree. I believe white liberals tend to be soft racists because they infantile black people. But anyways, and then I heard a lot. So I guess there was a big confusion because that was my argument. My argument was that white people are not inherently more racist than any other group of people. Where there's not something like even.
But the thing is, there's a lot of people out here who are white supremacists, and just because a person is not a white extremist don't mean that they're white supremacists. See, that's the problem. We don't know who the white supremacists are. And the white supremacists can be your grandma, nice, sweet old lady who bakes cookies and Rice Krispie treats every day. But when she goes to be a juror on a courtroom case, she sees a black person, she's bringing her white supremacist views there, sends that person to jail. Could be the sweetest person that you want to meet, but she has these views about black folks. Or these are the kind of people, your great-granddad might be the nicest guy, sweetest guy in the world, but a black person moves next door, they call the cops on them. So white supremacists come in different forms. They're not always extreme. See, y'all think that the white supremacist is somebody who acts extreme. A white supremacist, according to our brother Neely Fuller, anybody who acts, or carries themselves in a way that subjugates black people or put black people in an inferior position. So if you think, speak, or act in a way that black people are inferior to you, well, you're a white supremacist. Like, just because you're nice, like Paula Deen, she's a nice, good old gal, but she's a white supremacist. You understand?
Yeah.
Also, a white supremacist, also, if you see somebody being disenfranchised who's black and you don't do anything about it, you're a white supremacist too.
Agreed. Absolutely. Okay, can I ask you one, it seems like I agree with you a lot more than I thought I did. Can I ask you one controversial question?
Go ahead.
I don't see you bring up, and again, in the media, that's taboo. And at least I hope you get at least just a general belief that I have at least a decent character. Anyways, or that I'm well-meaning, excuse me. Okay, so what about, because I never sure being addressed. If you look at, I'm not going to discuss black on black crime. What does it have to do with me? It's not fair, like that to talk about that. That's bullshit that they use on the media. But anyways, I want black on white crime, because if you look at the stats, it is a lot higher than the other way around. And I wanted to get your opinion just on that. And again, I don't have any agenda, but I've always wondered what people's opinions on black on white crime.
Black on white crime is not higher. That's not true.
It is not.
No,
is that
not
true? I didn't.
You know why? You know why it's not higher? Because
how did I read that?
Because when white people commit the same thing to black people, they don't get charged with crimes. White people commit crimes on black people all the time, and they do not get charged. You don't believe me? Look at George Zimmerman. Look at George. Have you heard of George Zimmerman?
Of course, yeah, Latino white mix.
Have you heard of Darren? Have you heard of Darren Wilson?
Of course, absolutely.
Have you heard of Daniel Pantaleo?
That one I've not heard of.
He's the guy who killed Eric Garner on tape.
Okay, yes. Okay,
you see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going? So, black people are killed, murdered by suspected white supremacists, and the white supremacists don't get charged, they don't go to jail. So the stats are flawed from that perspective. White people commit crimes against black people, and they don't even get charged with the crime because we're still living under the Dred Scott decision that a white man does not have to respect any. There's no laws that a white man have to respect about a black man. So black women would get raped in this country by white males all the time, even to this day. Black women still get raped, but it's not reported as a crime because you can't rape a black woman if you're a white person. You understand? That same rule applies. The same rule applies. Whenever a black woman accuses the white person of rape, they always go into the black woman's history. They do that to this very day. You understand? So,
do you have any evidence? I mean, again, I've never heard this. This is foreign. I'm kind of surprised, and I don't believe you're the type of person who just speaks out of the air. So, I mean, where have you heard this before? Because again, this is foreign.
Okay, let's break it down again. George Zimmerman, who's classified as white, all that Hispanic stuff. He's a white Hispanic. He's classified as white.
Sure.
He killed Trayvon Martin in cold blood. Yes or no?
Darren Wilson and Trayvon, the only
man. If you don't answer that question, I'm talking about George Zimmerman. Did George Zimmerman kill Trayvon Martin in cold blood?
I don't know, because if I had a character,
okay, let's use common sense. Okay, let's use common sense. George Zimmerman, a few days ago, got into another altercation where he was waving a gun at somebody. This dude has gotten into 5 altercations ever since he killed Trayvon Martin, about a bunch of violent altercations, and he gets slaps on the wrist. So he has a violent streak. This man constantly gets into violent situations with people that he's provoking. True or not true?
Okay, given that fact, yes. Actually, that because of those recent cases, that
this guy with a history of violence, you think that when he encountered Trayvon Martin, that this person who we now know has a history and a mindset of violence, you think that it was just a coincidence that he ran into Trayvon Martin and killed him. That's just a coincidence, and Trayvon Martin, some innocent kid walking home, was somehow in the wrong.
You're a respectable person. I'll take your word for that. And yes, given that fact, you're absolutely right. That brings a whole lot of light into that incident. Okay. Darren Wilson, though, that one I have a lot of issues with. But everything since Darren Wilson...
Okay, so let's go into Darren Wilson. So do you think that Darren Wilson got beat up within inches of his life to he had to shoot Mike Brown 8 times?
That is the only one I think we're going to have a disagreement. From what I've read, it everything past that, you're right, those were murder. All the incidents since that,
it's an open and shut question, brother. Do you think that Darren Wilson was beaten in his face, like he said he was, to the point where he almost died, where he had to shoot Mike Brown 8 times with his hands up?
Okay, you say hands up, though, because the evidence says that's
you had all types of people, witnesses, who said his hands were up. None of the witnesses knew each other.
As well, there were some black witnesses that said that wasn't true.
No, all of those people said his hands were up. The only people who said his hands weren't up, with some cockamamie story, who said they saw it, was a white supremacist juror on the grand jury who was discredited later on. That's the only person who said that his hands wasn't up and he ran towards Darren Wilson. One person said that it was a white supremacist who was discredited because they saw her Facebook page had a bunch of white supremacist rhetoric.
Okay, because I respect you, I'll take your word for that, and I'll assume that you're getting. If that's true, then okay. Again, I'm wrong because that's not what I've read. I mean, I read totally different.
I know you did. The Fox News. You listen to Fox News. The white supremacist press. They said a lot of things, but I really looked into the case. I understand, but I just kind of deal with facts all over. You dig?
Sure, yeah. Well, because I have a concealed carry, and if somebody attacks me, I'm too old to fight. I'm 31. I don't fight anymore. If you attack me as an adult, if you attack me, I'm going to shoot you. I'm sorry. I don't care what because I will tell. I've actually warned somebody once that I'm too old to fight, man. If you attack me, I have a weapon. I can protect myself, and that's just me. I mean,
more black people should think the same way when we're being attacked by white supremacists. Correct?
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Now we're on the same page, right there. There you go.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. I think black people should have concealed carry permits. I think that all non-criminal men should be able to protect them. The police aren't going to protect them. They're there to serve the government and to enforce laws. They're not to protect and serve.
There you go. All right. Anything else, Lucas? Because you're all over the place. Anything else, brother?
No, I'm actually kind of happy now. Like, okay, there's a misunderstanding, and actually, I don't think we disagree very much. So I appreciate you taking your time to talk to me. Thank you.
All right, now are you going to go out there and fight white supremacy, Lucas? Because if you
absolutely, I fight for what's right. Bottom line, that's what makes life worth meaningful.
But if you're going to fight for what's right is justice replacing the system of white supremacy. Because you can't say you're going to fight for what's right and you don't acknowledge that a system of white supremacy does not exist.
The way you defined it in this talk, yes, I will absolutely agree with you. And it has been clear and absolutely. Okay. Because again, I mean, I don't want, last thing I'll say is if you look at even though I love Louis Farrakhan, I love the things he says about Zionists, about the government. But again, he actually does believe that we're just some inherently by some divine, Yakub and everything. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it speaks to ignorance when I'm a white person and I know how I think, so it's just ignorant. But at the same time, the way you explain it, I have no qualms about it. As a matter of fact, like I said in the first email, that I will fight all day. You proved me wrong, and you kind of did. And so therefore, I give you my word, and yes. I will fight white supremacy.
Yes, indeed. Now did you hit me up when I was talking to you on the email? Didn't you say you had were you dating like an Asian woman or something like that? What was your deal?
Yep. I have two kids that are Asian. I have one that's half Somali, and I
half Somali. Whoa! You got a half Somalian kid?
Yep, that's right. Muslim too. It's funny.
Okay, so how'd you get a half Somalian kid? Where's your Somali? Where's the Somali mom?
I love chocolate, man. What do you call it? And so I met her at school. I went to Bellevue Community College, and she was there, and maybe she liked a little vanilla herself. I don't know, but it was nice. She was a great woman, and I've dated black before. I just didn't have any kids with them, obviously. But I just
you just said you had another. You say you dated black women, but you just said you got a Somali woman. They're black. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
You just said you had a Somali woman, but you contradicted yourself. You said you got a kid by a Somali chick, but you don't have no babies with black people. So Somali is
black. No. You misunderstood me. I'm sorry. No. I don't have any babies with African Americans. What I meant to say. I'm sorry. I meant to say African American.
So where's this Somali kid? Where's this kid?
No, she's with her right now. I got my two kids here. They're both half Thai. I got them here with me right now. And then the other one is with her mom right now.
In Somalia?
No. She's actually lives in Bellevue.
Okay. You're out there in Seattle. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right.
When are you coming to Seattle?
I don't know. I got to get out there, man. I got to get out there and see what's up. So you and all your mixed kids can come on down to my lecture if I come out there.
Hey, can I ask you one question on game real quick? On game.
Okay, I got to get some more calls. I got to get some more calls, man. Thanks for the call.
Okay, no worries, man. Thank you.
I can't with this motherfucker no more. Oh. So sisters out here, the Somalian chick, the bed wench, poor fucking kid. If he was serious, now it's not like he was full of shit, but if he's serious, if you're a bed wench out here, you got a kid by this motherfucker, shame on you. To subjugate your kid. Lord, man. Let's get some call. Let's see what the people are talking about. What's up, family? Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Tariq. This is Nigel.
Hey, Nigel. How are you, man?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Rochester, New York.
What's on your mind, fam?
I just had a question. Did you see that Jay-Z performance on Tidal?
Yeah.
Where he did a freestyle?
That was kind of tight. Yeah, that was kind of tight. Jay-Z, he represented on that one. I give him his props on that one. Yeah.
That was crazy, man. I was sitting here looking at this thing, and because it was, and this is why I was talking to my brother today about how it's so important that we support Black-owned everything. Like, and if you see, like, even like, because a lot of people used to this Jay-Z talk about, you know, really speak up on Black issues and things like that. I to be perfectly honest with you, I think Jay-Z was waiting for the right moment. When he was like he was playing the game to build himself up to where, okay, I don't need you anymore.
Yeah, right.
And now he's speaking on, by the fact that what he did last night, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
See, he was just waiting for the right moment because now he dropped Tidal. And like he said, people, and I tell people all the time, I said, y'all got to pay attention. I said, look at all these magazines and these so-called hip-hop magazines and stuff. They're really controlled by white folks. They all dissing Jay-Z and Tidal. Oh, it's going to fail, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Jay-Z said Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
And so,
and also, let me build on that. Hey, brother, slow down. Okay, brother, slow down. Also, Jay-Z and Beyonce, a lot of folks don't know, they bailed a lot of people out of jail with some of these protests that's going on. A lot of people, they bailed a lot of folks out of jail. They spent a lot of money. So they've been doing their thing, and you know, he's making some power moves. I'm proud of him for you know, trying to get his own thing going, because again, the white supremacists will start going after you when you start getting real independent. You start trying to get off the plantation, just like with Will Smith. You know, they started going at Will Smith a little bit when Will he's trying to get like distribution. And I think he's working with Jay. As a matter of fact, they're trying to get some type of film distribution thing going on too. So I support what my man is doing. I want to see what's going on with the Tidal thing. I hope that is successful. And
I got it.
Yes, indeed.
Trust me, it is dope.
Yes,
I got it. And they were talking about, it costs $20. No, he has two accounts. You got a certain premium account he has. You can sign up for a $9.99 one or a $19.99 one. I got the $9.99 one.
Yes, indeed.
And it's dope. I feel it.
Cool.
And that's the thing. Like, I remember an episode that you did when you were talking about what happened on Jay on the elevator incident.
Yeah.
And it started to get me thinking, like, you know, when Solange did all that on the elevator, it started having me think, like, yo, maybe somebody knew Jay-Z was going to release Tidal, so they try to do something before he can even drop it.
Maybe
they was trying to set him up.
Yeah, you know, they're real slick. With that little stunt she pulled, you know, she did that to try to get him to respond to her. That was some bullshit. But I talked about that a year ago. So, but thanks for the call, man. Thank you for the call, brother. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, that what's his name? Lucas is funny. He said he got like 2 Thai kids. I think this is one of Lucas's older kids right here. Hold on.
Break my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. I'm crying these tears. I've cried so many.
Hilarious. All right, let's see who's on these phones. What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, Tariq. This is Denise from the Bay.
Denise from the Bay. How are you, Denise? You got a cute voice. What you?
Good. How are you?
All right, you got it. What you look like, Denise?
Well, I'm 5'3".
5'3".
I have natural hair.
Oh, 5'3", little fro. Go ahead.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. 5'3", little fro. Chocolate. Nice.
And
how much you weigh?
I'm a college student.
How much you weigh?
I weigh 130.
130. Okay, cool. All right, fellas in the Bay, I'm trying to hook y'all up. Get you a nice little something. She's a little short thing. You dig? She's chocolate. So so what's on your mind?
Well, actually, I have a question. Well, your advice. So I was talking to this guy from the Stockton, Sacramento area.
Okay.
And we're chilling, you know. It was already a mistake because we worked together.
Oh,
but
shit.
we were chilling for about a year before we started to talk. And then he told me, he's like, oh, yeah, you know, we're just talking. He's like, oh, yeah, you know.
Now, let's
like,
pause. Okay, so you say y'all were chilling for a year. So, by chilling,
right.
Was he hitting it in that time frame?
No.
So,
no, not in the first year.
The first year. So what were y'all doing in that first year? Cause wait, y'all were chilling at each other's house, going on dates, or what?
You know what? I already know that it was some signs, so I'm just telling you, we were chilling like after work.
After work, I understand.
Or he would.
Yeah, but I understand. But a year, something. Did any kissing? Did he play with your titty? Did he lick you somewhere special in that year? I want to know all that. What happened?
We kissed,
uh-huh.
but I had just moved back out here from Atlanta, so I wasn't really trying to talk to anybody.
Oh, okay. So y'all kissed a few times within that year, and then later on, all right. I think some shit went on in that year, but go ahead. What else happened?
Okay, so we're chilling, and he's like, oh, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my kid. I'm like, oh, you have a son? He's like, yeah, I have a son. I'm like, okay. He's talking, he's like, yeah, my oldest. I'm like, oh, he has 2 kids. He's like, yeah. So then, long story short, like a year after that, after we've been talking, he tells me that, well, I find out from a reliable source, that he has 6 kids and 6 baby mamas.
God damn. Fuck.
Okay, and then so I told my friend, and he was like, damn, is he Jamaican? I'm like, you're like the 3rd person who said that.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know. My dad, he always tells me, he's like, you know, be sure you're careful with these dudes because a lot of these dudes got stuff and they don't be telling people. And so for me, I'm quick to drop people. So as soon as I found out that he was lying, I dropped him.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's just, growing up, my dad always told me, you know what, you should want to be with a guy, you don't need to be with a guy. So I'm pretty, you know, I'm good on
a dude with 6 kids by 6 different chicks, that shows a level. And he's what kind of job, y'all? He's still working at the job with you?
No. But and come to find out, he keeps getting fired from his job because he got a drinking problem. And I'm just like, okay, but he's still trying to talk to me, and I'm like, okay, dude, I can't mess with you. He said, okay, so I fronted on a couple things, but it's not life changing. And I'm just thinking, like, he's not serious.
Dude,
he can't be serious.
The fact that you would even entertain a dusty nigga like that nigga has dust all over his body with some shit like that. And how much pussy did you give this nigga? You sound like, how long were you letting this nigga hit that? Let's be real.
We're getting a little off topic.
No, we on topic. No. We getting on topic because you were letting him hit that little chocolate thing, and now you found out how dusty he is, and now you don't want to let go. You're trying to overlook the dust. Don't overlook that cloud of dust.
I'm not overlooking it. I'm not overlooking it, but
that's why we're talking about it now. Because
you want to know.
Yeah, we're talking about it now because it's still. When's the last time he contacted you?
2 Mondays ago.
2 Mondays
on Instagram.
That's why we're talking about. Like I said, that a motherfucker that dusty. There's just no conversation that's going to be had about somebody that dusty about what I should do. If a motherfucker got 6 kids, an alcoholic dusty nigga with 6 kids.
I'm not asking what I should do because I already know what I should do.
Okay.
But I'm just asking as far as dating outside of this. You know, because I said I'm quick to let people go, I'm wondering, are there things that I should compromise on? Not 6 kids and 6 baby mamas, but
what you should do...
Maybe he has 2 kids.
Yeah, but the thing is...
Do I look over that?
It just depends on the circumstances. 6 kids by 6 different chicks is just dusty nigga behavior all the way around.
We just don't let that go.
That's just dusty nigga behavior all the way around. And unfortunately, you found out the dude was lying and all that. I think you could have done a little more digging And also, look at the dude's character. Because the dude who's lying about his 6 baby mamas and he's an alcoholic, you can't really hide your overall demeanor. It's a certain type of nigga who rocks like that. You understand?
You know,
and you
I'll be honest
overlook
with
that.
you. I really didn't. I just took his word for whatever he was saying for a minute until
I'm
I
sorry.
started actually paying attention and seeing that stuff didn't add up. You get what I'm
Dude,
saying?
you can.
So
I bet if I saw
it.
that dude, if I looked at his Instagram or Facebook page, I can see the kind of dusty nigga he is. It's a certain type of nigga that has 6 baby mamas and you're an alcoholic and all that old shit. It's a certain type of dude.
I don't even have his Facebook or anything.
Which is further proof that you were not digging deeper enough. If you don't have this, you've been dealing with a nigga, you've been chilling for a year, he's been playing with your titty, kissing you for a year, then y'all got sexual, but you don't have this nigga's Facebook page, was a major red flag right there within itself.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
You started just projecting your own desires onto this dude. See, and I hope you look better than that, because that's what hideous chicks do. You don't sound hideous. You dig? That's some low self-esteem shit right there. You should know better. I know you don't look bad enough to settle for dustiness like that. You dig?
No, and I understand what you're saying.
Is this you right here? What you look like? This you? Hold on.
What's good, ladies? You know what I'm saying? She carry your mail, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sexy as hell. You know what I'm saying? She carry your mail, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm losing these weights. God, I'm taking dollar pills.
That's my favorite line. You're losing these weights. But look, what's your Twitter? I want to see what you look like. We're going to see what's going with you. We're going to see what's going on.
I don't have a Twitter.
What's your Instagram, young lady?
It is Peace Love Hippie.
Hold on one second. Peace Love Hippie?
Yeah, it's P3.
Okay, how do
LUV.
Oh, P3? Hold on.
Yeah.
P3. Spell it.
A-C-E.
A-C-E.
L-U-V.
L-U-V. Okay.
H-I-P-P-I.
Okay, I see that. Okay, it's private. Right? Your page is private, right?
Yeah, let me...
I just requested you. Okay, you got like some texts, you got some kind of quote on there as your profile. Now add me so I can see what's going on. Is Captain Dusty on here too?
No, he's not.
You ain't got no pictures of him on your Instagram?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because
he was hiding your ass. He was hiding. Oh no, okay. But anyway, thank you for.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He was hiding you. That's all it was. He was hiding. Anyway, let me get some more of these up. But add me as a friend. Let me see what's going on with you, sister. Thank you for the call. Oh no, run. That thing about let me talk about that. Oh no, run just posted a link about there was an article that came out talking about Nigerian restaurant closed down because it served human meat. That story is a damn hoax, and so-called reputable news sources are reporting that hoax-ass story. There was a story that came out, it was on Yahoo Mail, about a Nigerian restaurant that got shut down for serving human meat. That same story came out a year ago with other mainstream Western newspapers. And also the same story came out again a year before that. So every year since around 2012, they keep running this fake story about how a Nigerian restaurant is shut down for serving human meat. Notice they don't cite the actual restaurant. They don't cite the people who got arrested. They keep citing like a pastor. They don't give any real details about it. That story is a hoax. Even the website Snopes did a story talking about how that's a hoax. That's a hoax. Anytime you keep seeing that story about a restaurant in Nigeria serving human meat, it's a goddamn hoax. It's a hoax. It's a fake story, and that just goes to show how reputable some of these so-called mainstream newspapers are. They're reporting a hoax, a known hoax. Because who's going to verify a story coming out of Nigeria? Who's going to really verify it? That's propaganda. That's propaganda to get people to keep a bad taste of West Africa in their mouths. That plays on the whole cannibal African lie that's been propagated for the last 500 years. Africans are not no goddamn cannibals. Africans are not cannibals. We talked about that in Hidden Colors 2, about the whole cannibal lie of Africans being cannibals, when all the damn cannibalism was well documented out of Europe. All the damn eating of humans, they were eating people in Europe like it was going out of style. Well documented. Let's see. So yeah, let's stop buying into that these hoaxes that they put out in these newspapers. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, this is Matt from Rockland, New York.
Hey man, what's going on with you, pimpin'?
This has been on my mind for a while now. Like, you know, Jason Black, he talks about it a lot.
Yeah.
The black that are like the 80s and 90s generation, like the younger generation. Just one question: Do you like believe that we have what it takes to I guess do better what the older generation couldn't do? If I'm making sense.
Do you think that we can do better than the older generation? That's what I'm trying to understand your question.
Yes. If the younger generation, like us, the younger generation, can do better than the older generation, the civil rights generation.
Can the younger generation do better? Yeah, the younger generation. We don't have a choice, because the older generation, they've thrown the towel in on us. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much just thrown it in on us.
Yeah.
So it's really up to the younger people. That's why my focus has always been on the younger crowd.
And that's why I enjoy your stuff.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, my focus has always been on the younger people, man. That's why my movies and just my books are directed towards that young crowd, because they're the ones who are going to really carry the torch. These old, the resistance I get are from old coons usually. Those are the people that resist my stuff. Old, burnt out, raggedy, mush mouth fucking coons.
But I want to say that, and us younger people, I think like we have like, I guess like, I don't want to sound corny or anything, but we have like a fire in us that makes us like rebel, resist. We like.
Yeah, I feel you. You're rebelling against the coonery, because these older people, they didn't give you the tools you needed to deal with white supremacy.
Yes, sir.
And I'm letting you know that white supremacy is real, and you're going to have to deal with it sooner or later. And these children are very resentful when they have to deal with the white supremacists, because nobody's telling them what the deal is. So we're out here telling them shit like pray and march and all of this shit that's not going to get tangible results. Nobody's talking about empowering yourself to these people out here. So that's my message, and that's what I'm trying to drive into the minds of everybody, man.
And not to disrespect the older generation, but they... especially the baby boomers, they didn't you know how like white people and even Asians, they'll make sure the next generation inherits like money and stuff.
Yeah.
Black people, the older generations, they don't do that.
That's true.
I go to college and all the white kids, they're driving like Dodge Challengers, like Mercedes Benz, all that, because like they inherited.
Absolutely. The people of other nationalities, they make sure that their children are going to have a starting safety net to get in the game with, at least. We're going to give them something. We're going to make sure we leave something, so when they come of age, they're going to have a car to get back and forth to work. They're going to have, hopefully, a house or somewhere to stay, to lay their head, to get their mind together, to get themselves together. They're going to have something to come out the gate with. The black community, we don't do none of that shit. We don't give anything, or the older crowd, they don't leave anything for the young people to get in the game with. So these kids out here don't have shit, and you're sitting ducks for the white supremacists. You're
exactly.
straight up
and
sitting.
And I could vouch because like my family members, they didn't leave like all of them. Like I don't mean to disrespect my family, but the men of my family, they weren't builders. Like
no,
especially the baby boomer generation, they didn't leave nothing behind.
Right.
All they did was gamble, become alcoholics.
Yeah.
Convicts. Like the men that are my age, 21 and lower, we're like the. You can think we're the last.
And my thing is this. And my thing is this, brother. I don't even knock the alcoholics, the convicts, the hustlers. I don't even knock them because you have that in every group. But even in every group, alcoholics, hustlers, con men still left some for their damn kids. You understand? The show Breaking Bad, that's a great example. The character Walter White, he was out there slanging this meth, stacking his money up to give to his family. At the end of the day, he kept stacking that money up to give to his family. He knew he was going to die, so he was stacking money up to ultimately give to his family. You dig? Yeah. And a lot of hustlers from other races, they do that. You got mafia members who stack their money up to pass it down to their families. See,
I think the Gambino family, they definitely passed down money to their
You pass down that shit, all your ill-gotten gains. Hell, even the Kennedys, they passed their stuff down. They were bootleggers. The family were bootleggers, so they passed down their wealth to their families. Black folks, we get out here in the streets, hustle to turn up, drink, get rims, get candy paint, go to jail, and don't have shit. We spend all our hustle money on bullshit. Don't build nothing. We trick it off, drink it off, smoke it off, floss it off, and don't have nothing to show for it. It's that whole thing. I just want to have one good time before I die. That shit. I want to spend all my money having fun before I die.
The thing is, and this is like my favorite word, like as a black people, especially the older generation, like they have like a very myopic view, like narrow-minded. They don't try to think about the future or anything.
Yeah, because it's that plantation mentality, man. We got to get that plantation. That plantation mentality is like, look, I'm on here. I'm never getting off the plantation. You have to look at slavery. People in the field, their mentality was, I'm never getting off this fucking plantation. So any nigger trinket I get, I'm going to value that nigger trinket. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to die here on this plantation. So a butter biscuit would be great. If I could just turn up on, I can't wait to Sunday and Saturday night. I get to party. We get off on Saturday. We get off on Sunday. So we're going to have a great time. We worry about the weekend and turning up on the weekend, having sex and partying and drinking, having fun. And then we get back to the plantation. That mentality is still alive now. And on the plantation, you didn't think about passing anything down because massa was going to take care of them to a certain degree. So black folks still have that mentality, man. But it is what it is. Thanks for the call, man. Yeah. Yes, indeed. That plantation mentality is there. That plantation mentality was there. I was on the radio station down in Atlanta. Shout out to my man B-High. Real good brother, man. B-High over at Hot 107. The interview is up on YouTube, by the way. We're chopping up some real good game. My man B-High asked me, he said, Tariq, you talk about a lot about economics and black economics and group economics. Where are black people going to get the money for this? I said, in their pockets. I said, brother, we're in Atlanta. If we go to a strip club right now, magically they done found some money to trick off at them strip clubs in Atlanta. And all over. And all over. We magically find that money. When it's time to turn up, we magically find the money to do that. But when it comes time to build an economy, something that we can pass down and own and operate for ourselves, where everything ain't about turning up, when it's time to deal with serious business, all of a sudden we ain't got no money, we confused, we don't know where to get money, maybe some white folks can give it to us. We get on that shit. You dig? So we have to change our thinking, and it's going to start with our young people. It's going to have to start with our young people. Older people, there's too many older people on the coon train. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Deep Pain from Little Rock, Arkansas, man.
Hey, man, what's on your mind, fam?
No, nothing much, Tariq, man. I'm just calling to give you a shout out, man. Appreciate you for making the Hidden Color series.
Yes, sir.
And I just want to say this, man. Have you thought about putting Marshawn Lynch on Hidden Colors 4?
Yeah, I would get Marshawn if we holler at him. I would like to chop it up with him. So yeah, that'll be a good thing. But yeah, holler at him, let him know to holler at me. You dig?
Yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, brother. Y'all don't have to call up with requests to people, by the way. You ever thought about putting Evelyn Champagne King in Hidden Colors, man? I think she got a lot of shit to say, you know. I like Marshawn Lynch, though. I'm a fan of Marshawn Lynch. What's up? Who's calling?
Hello?
Hey, young lady. Who is this?
Hi. My name is Nikki.
Nikki, where you calling from, love?
I'm calling from Oak Harbor, Washington. I'm so glad I got through to you. I've been trying all night to read.
Yes,
good
ma'am.
to hear your voice.
Good to have you on here. What's up? What's going on with you, young lady?
All right. So first I want to say thank you. My husband and I listen to you. We love your conversation. So
shout out to your husband.
I just started. Thank you. I just started a group. I had a question for you. I just started a group.
Okay.
And we're talking about economic empowerment for Black wealth, building Black wealth. And we just had our first introductory meeting today. And I work in a spot where I'm around a lot of young military people.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get them in tune with it and trying to get the Black business entrepreneurs out here to come out. And it was kind of dead today, which I guess was kind of expected for the first go-round. But we got the word out there, and I'm just wondering if you have any advice on pulling in that crowd, because there's a lot of Black people out here. It's a small pocket, but it's a lot of Black military people out here, especially young ones.
And what city you in again?
I'm in Oak Harbor, Washington. It's on Whidbey Island here in Washington State.
Okay. How many Black people are out there in that area?
It's a nice amount. It's not a lot, like, you know, in the predominantly Black areas. But there's a nice pocket of us. It's about, if I would give you a roundabout number, I mean, it's roughly in the thousands somewhere, but it's not a whole lot of us, but it's enough to get something started.
That's right. And you should focus on that. Focus on a small nuclear group of people. I would say reach out a lot on social media sites like Facebook. Add certain people and find out who's friends with other friends who are in that area that you can invite. Really, really work the Facebook hustle. Really get it in on Facebook to find out who's who in that area. That'll give you a sense. And also, when you're on Facebook, you can see if you got some bedwenches or coons that you might want to avoid. Because I know up there in Washington, there's a lot of cooning going on with the brothers and sisters up there. They get with a non-Black person, and that's all they want to do. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but they don't want to build or create no type of economic base.
Right.
But as long as you get the ball rolling with a small group of people and other people see that you guys get the ball rolling or have the ball rolling and you're actually doing something tangible, other people will want to get on board. Now, what's your main agenda so far? Your short-term goal is what so far? What would you like to get started in the short term?
The main focus is for us to build Black wealth. My main calling out here that I want to do, because I'm so passionate about it, is to get that word out that there's these Black businesses out here, because there's a lot of Black businesses out here that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
It's a lot of entrepreneurs out here because it's a lot of military spouses, and you really don't have a choice but to make your own.
I understand that. But sister, I understand that. But when it comes to building Black wealth, see, we got to start being very specific, because we get into this thing where we just talk about these real vague catchphrase terms and we never go into specifics. So specifically, how do you want to build that wealth?
Specifically, I want us to start by first getting a roster of what Black businesses are out here. That's the first thing. And once we do that, I actually have a girlfriend out here has a company that does marketing and networking with businesses, and she's doing very good with it. She's flourishing. She's done a very good job. She's done quite a few events out here, and I've partnered up with her, and we're doing our thing. So she was actually helping me out.
Okay. Now, who's the main person who's organizing this? You're the main organizer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me talk to you. Since you're the main person, since you're going to be in a leadership position, man, I want you to get a pen because I want to. We need to chop this up, and let me show you how to get down as the leader. All right. Because you got to show by example. Now, what's your name again, sweetie? Nikki.
My name is Nikki.
Nikki, okay. Nikki, so, for me, for example, what I want to do, something, because people use the term Black Wall Street, but I think it's almost overused at this point, but I want to get like a melanoid street or whatever, melanoid community. So I want to do this pretty soon in the near future. So before I really present things publicly, I like to get a lot of stuff done behind the scenes. Just like with the Hidden Color series, I got a lot of stuff behind the scenes knocked out before I went forward. So what you do, you got to be very specific. I mean, down to the detail to what you want to do. So when you say you want to create Black wealth and Black empowerment, what you do, you need to go around that area and find a city block that you could potentially join with other people to purchase. Got that?
Okay.
Once you find a potential or a few potential city blocks, start doing the kind of research on what type of businesses you could put in that city, in those city blocks. It could be only one big block that you can make pop off. Because like Chinatown, out here in LA, for example, is like basically a few blocks. There's certain part like Little Ethiopia out here in LA. It's basically one long block, but they have their own economic community. So you can even start off with one block, just one block of buildings.
Right.
Find out, do you want to get like a cleaners, a grocery store, a mobile phone company, a repair shop? Just think of the type of businesses that could be patronized by the people within that community. All right?
Right.
Be very detailed about that. Also, get your details about who your politicians are to get in your back pocket. That's one thing that we always fuck up and leave out. We got to start thinking about the political aspect of it so nobody in politics will sabotage it. We got to have a politician in our back pocket.
Right, absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
Yes, indeed.
We watched a video today, too, Tariq.
Yes.
Hidden Colors, the first one.
Yes, ma'am.
And they really loved that. When it started getting heavy into the Moors, I kind of stopped it because I want them to reach out and get that for themselves and not use the group as a crush for historical information.
Yes, indeed.
So I told them, I said, we're going to play Hidden Colors 2 and 3 the next go-round.
Yeah.
And then that Resurrecting Black Wall Street and that 7 a.m. that I saw you review with Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, but again, those are some of the things you can start off with doing. And you got to be very detailed. And you got to be the detailed person. I want you from this point on to stop talking in vague catchphrase terms and start talking very specifically about what you want to do. Also, start looking into Black accountants that you can use out there to make sure the books are straight, to make sure the money is straight. Also, look for Black lawyers out there that you can utilize. Got it?
Okay, got it.
Also, start looking for potential Black distributors, or not just Black distributors, but overseas distributors to get wholesale things for. Like if you want to open up a clothing store, start looking for clothing places overseas that you can bring in, not just clothes, but possibly fabrics that you can have people make. You can even open a factory up there that people can make the garments and make the clothes. You can start looking into places in Haiti where you can get raw material, in Africa where you can get raw material, and y'all can manufacture your own things. I can give you a million ideas, but I'm just telling you, this is how detailed you need to be. Got it?
Gotcha.
So that when when y'all get together, you can put tangible things in people's minds, and people can stop talking about, well, we want Black wealth, we want economic freedom. Y'all just start talking all these catchphrases, and then nothing gets done. See, we got to start getting specific about what we need to get done. You start there, and then other people will start adding their ideas to the mix. You got it?
Okay.
And then we can start tangibly getting stuff done instead of making all of these vagaries. Let's tangibly start building this shit. I'm right now looking for places like in Atlanta, for example. I'm talking to real estate people behind the scenes now, looking for areas that we can possibly use out there. A city block is all I need. And I can get other people involved, and I can talk to different brothers and sisters who want to get businesses going. That's why I give people microloans and stuff, because I want to encourage specific businesses that we can utilize and just start getting it done and stop talking about this shit. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yes, ma'am. So you start right there, and you start chopping it up in the meeting like that, and you'll start getting better responses, and more people will start getting down with the program because now you have a real tangible vision. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yes, ma'am. And keep me posted on the progress, because I would like to, when y'all get something off the ground, I'll be the first to promote, help out, do whatever I need to do. You feel me?
Okay. I feel you. Thanks, Tariq, for the knowledge. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking my call.
Much respect. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Your dad left you 10 G's? Oh, there's a lot you can do with 10 G's, man. A lot you can do with 10 G's. What city you in, brother? That's what we need to start doing, man. We need to be very specific about what type of businesses we need to start. It could be anything. Again, with the hair thing. Even people can talk shit about weaves or whatever, but shit, the Asians are in your community making all that money off weaves and all that. There's nothing stopping any of you from getting on a plane, going to Malaysia, and going and getting you bags of hair. All those Malaysian weaves. I've been to Malaysia. I've seen those hair shops. Those women in there just cutting their hair off. They bundling their hair up. That shit is dirt cheap over there. You can walk up to somebody and say, hey, can I get your hair for $3? They'll cut it off and give it to you. They don't give a fuck. Dude, there's so much you can do. You get a nail shop popping out there. Get your own nail shop popping. Yeah, weaves ain't going nowhere. People can, because I say that. I say, look, I don't mind people owning the weave shop. And then I get some of the fake hoteps. Hey, how come you promote weaves? Our sisters don't need that. I'm like, nigga, if you don't shut your fake, broke, dusty, hotep ass, if you ain't building nothing, don't bring nothing to the table. Don't bring your opinion to the table. I'm saying, if you're going to buy weaves, then buy it from a black person. Or any kind of hair care product. Let's see what we got. What's up? Who's calling? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Who's calling?
It's Ike Costa from Bad News.
You calling from where?
Newport News.
Man, where you calling from?
Newport News.
Newport News. Okay. Now, what's your name again, brother?
Dewan?
Dewan?
No. Stony Brook.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
I can't with this nigga. I just can't. All right, let's try somebody else. I can with you, dude. The fuck is you talking about? What's up? Who's calling?
Good evening, Tariq. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Who is this?
I'm Bree from New York.
Hey, Bree, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on? What's on your mind, Bree?
Well, I called in maybe like 2 months ago to discuss doing community service.
Okay.
Working with kids in urban areas.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to share my experience with that.
What happened exactly?
Well, the guy that he runs and directs all the centers, he's done a lot of work with like the civil rights movement and things like that. And so he's done like a lot of good work for the community. However, I did notice that he does still have some of the white supremacist views about our children in the community. Like, I would hear him, for instance, like, if he described some behaviors that the children were having, like, let's say, they're social, they want to talk to the new staff and stuff like that, he would like attribute it to like, oh, well, you know, they're probably social because people don't talk to them at home, and they come from these communities, these single parent communities with, you know, the parents are not at home or they're not interested in their stuff, and this is why the kids don't come. And so I just kind of figured, like, you know, why wouldn't you just attribute that to just, you know, that's just how the child is,
right.
Instead of assuming it has something to do with the negative things that's supposedly in that community. So I just felt like a lot of his views that he reflected on kind of were a little bit like white supremacists.
Now, he's a black person or a white person?
He's white.
Oh, well, shit. There you go. There you go. Look, these white supremacists, you got to understand, just because they are helping the little Negro children, I don't know what makes black people think that these people are not still white supremacists. Those are some of the biggest ones. They love helping little poor, disenfranchised Negro children. That makes them feel grand. And they can front like they ain't just like the other racist white supremacists. So I did a whole show a few years ago talking about the fake white liberals. Those fake white liberals are worse than the conservatives. The conservatives, the white supremacist conservatives, they at least let you know up front that they're racist. The fake white liberals try to pat themselves on the back because they done threw a couple of chicken wings to some black folks. They see, I'm not racist. If I was racist, I wouldn't feed these little Negroes, now would I? It's that type of thing. Typical fake white supremacist liberal, nothing more, nothing less. Get those kids away from his ass. I do not subscribe to those fake liberals. They are the worst, and they are real damaging. It's that whole Blind Side thing. The movie The Blind Side, that chick who had brought in the little poor black boy, that chick, her views are real racist too. I called some of her shit out with some shit she did in real life recently.
I remember you did a show about that. You talked about that on your show.
Yeah. We got to stop going for that. The nice slave owner. You understand? Just because the slave owner had sex with you don't mean he wasn't a slave owner. All slave owners don't beat their slaves. So we got to stop giving our children over to these so-called civil rights leaders who happen to be white supremacists, and these people who want to help our black kids, because you don't know what they're doing to kids. Remember, those black folks sent their kids to Sandusky, that coach who ended up molesting those black kids. You understand? We got to stop.
I see what you're saying.
We got to.
So how would I go? Because I'm planning on continuing to volunteer there, but I just wanted to know what kind of things should I do to interact better with the kids, because it seems like the people that come in there, they don't really understand them.
Mm-hmm. What you need to do.
I just wanted to know, how can I help them out better?
Let me tell you what to do. This is what you do. What you need to do, and black folks in general, I tell black people, start ear hustling. You got to start ear hustling for information, black folks. Black folks just go into a situation, don't hustle the game and see what the hell is going on behind the scenes. You just go in there, do what you told, listen to what these assholes tell you, and they got you doing all the work and all this bullshit, and they're getting all the funding and all the nonprofit money. These people get money for that, by the way. Let's be very clear. They ain't there for the kindness of their heart. They get all types of grants and set-asides for dealing with the little Negro babies. You understand that?
I understand what you're saying.
You need to find out, ear hustle, find out who's writing the grants, where they're getting their funding from, just casually. Just be real cool about it. If you can look into some of the books or whatever, find out where they're getting some of that nonprofit money from. Take your ass to go find a lawyer to open up your own nonprofit, and you get some of that funding, and you open up a center, and you and other people start helping those children out, just like I did with my nonprofit. I got Melanoid Nation. I'd be damned if I'm working for a white supremacist doing a nonprofit and all that. And also, I'm trying to get some stuff going on in Africa, and people telling me all of these other little white supremacist, suspected white supremacist nonprofit organizations I can link up with. Hell no. I got my own. I'm dealing with my own people on my own terms without the white supremacists. You understand? Get your own nonprofit going, and you deal with them, and you get that money to help those kids. You feel me?
I feel you. Thank you for the advice, Tariq.
Thank you, dear. Yo, there's all types of money earmarked for that type of thing. Now, I really don't take too much federal money. All my money we get from Illinois Nations from donations because I don't want nobody telling us what to do with our money at all. You understand? That's why we help out a lot of daycare centers. We help out a lot of black businesses. We're very specific. And a lot of times they ain't trying to get too much federal money for that. You dig? So we get all of our money basically from donations from the people, which is fine. But again, I'm not shocked that these little white supremacists will be in there talking greasy about the kids. Oh, they come from, their parents. That's what they do. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Yeah, get you a lawyer. Set up a 501c3. Now, I hired a lawyer, a specific lawyer to do ours. Illinois Nation, we got it locked. We got all of our bases covered. I got one of the best nonprofit attorneys in LA. The guy that I got to handle all mine, he actually writes books on nonprofit and how to build. This is like the guy. You know, I got the top-notch guy to make sure all the shit was covered. All my bases were covered. But you don't need to, you can spend a lot of money to get just to hire the lawyer to do it. But a lot of times you don't need to do it. Yes, I'm still recording. My wife is texting me. But you can get it done on the cheap where you're from in your cities. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get the nonprofit status to go through, but you just got to stay on top of your game. You can get it done in whatever city you're in. Yeah, LegalZoom, all that stuff. Taj Mahal, I don't know what you're saying, brother. I don't know what you're saying. You say y'all keep saying Hotep nigger. Well, we're saying very specifically, a Hotep nigger is somebody who don't really understand what Hotep means. The word Hotep is not a bad thing. It's peace be upon you. It's a very respectful word. The problem is a bunch of fake niggas who ain't got no peace in them. They just think if they say Hotep enough, you'll overlook the fact that they're dusty and they're scam artists. That's what a fake Hotep nigga is. He just thinks that saying Hotep is going to make people think that he's some type of righteous dude. I got that, Woozy. You don't have to repeat the same thing over and over, Woozy. I got it. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is David. I'm calling from New Jersey.
David from New Jersey. What's on your mind, David?
I had this idea. Hold on, let me turn my radio down.
Yeah.
I had this idea. I'm coming just home from college, and I just had this idea that, like, I was looking at the market, right? And I was thinking, like,
you had an idea for what? Well, you had an idea for what now?
The microloan on Illinois Nation.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking, what if we did something similar? With like, basically, we give black people money for donating to other black businesses.
Okay, that's like, that's what we're doing.
No, but I'm saying like we give people like prizes for donating money to black businesses, and at the end of each month, like we give them like prizes for it. So like whoever donates the most to a certain black business gets a certain prize, and we add up, like all the prizes at the end of the year, and that person gets an award. Something.
I don't know, brother. I don't know. That don't really sound like a fun idea. That just sounds like, I don't know. That just sounds like, I'm not really.
I just think that
I feel like you bring something to the table. I just don't see how that would, that just sounds like some shit. I don't know. It sounds like you kind of got high and said, okay.
No, I didn't get high. I just made it.
I mean, you trying to be? It's like the Price is Right. Okay, everybody, you just donated $20. You're gonna get a new car.
No, it's not like that. I just made a chart.
Like what kind of prizes, by the way? What kind of prizes?
Well, like perhaps cash prizes.
Okay.
Like it's like if you you have to explain like how much donate to specific like business, and then you can get like maybe like $1,000 or something. I don't know.
Okay, brother.
And then like it'll become like a competition to see how how much a person can donate to a specific business. You know.
Okay, brother, that's not a good idea. That just doesn't sound. It just sounds like a bunch of extra shit. It just sounds extremely extra. I'm not following. And that's the thing, brother. It sounds like you done smoked something and said, "Okay, let me just." I don't get that. That's the thing, man. Y'all can't be coming. Y'all can't bring shit to the table. That's why we need a think tank, man.
All right, I made a like Excel chart, and I send it to you.
You made an Excel chart, so I'm still not following that. Okay, so somebody donate $100, then they get $100.
No, like say like the business you were talking about in Chicago, like Voodoo Wings, right? Say somebody donated like $50 every week to that business.
To Voodoo Wings, okay.
Yeah. So like $50 every week, that'd be $2,000. So we look at who else has donated to that business, and say that person that donated $50 every week, that person would win for that month. And then for that month, they would get a cash prize in return.
So what would the cash prize be?
I'm not sure yet. It would depend on how much
anything.
Donated.
You get a new belt buckle. Hey! Yeah. Oh, this is not a regular belt buckle. This buckle has rhinestones with a dollar bill inside of it. Oh, and also with the belt buckle, you get a snakeskin belt. Oh, it's just not any snakeskin belt. It's a snakes from the Amazon River. And you also get a package of weave. Not just any weave. You get Malaysian yaki weave. Also, you're going to get a skunk skin coat.
It doesn't have to be a prize. It could be an award just for donating.
Okay.
You know? Or just for funding like this.
Okay, brother. Okay, brother.
That way it doesn't sound like the Price is Right.
Okay. All right, brother. Thank you for the call. All right, brother. Look, people, please don't call my show and get high with your ideas. This is why I'm going to have a think tank. I'm trying to figure out how to set it up. I want to do like a show like on Ustream, but have a think tank where everybody comes in with their ideas. You got to pay to get in the room, though. So everybody and their mama ain't smoking a blunt coming in with their ideas. And I respect my man's ambition. But if you want to bring some shit like that to the table, you have to pay. It costs you to bring a Price is Right idea to the table. That's why we need the think tank page. I'm trying to figure out how to do a Ustream with only the think tank members, where you can pay to come in the room and we can sit down and really flesh out some real ideas, so nobody will bring out the Renum Spoons idea. That's Renum Spoons. That's Renum Spoons. This is why I want to do the thing. I really, really, really want to do the think tank. That will alleviate a lot of weed ideas, man. It really would. Oh, God. My Lord. Where my Atlanta people at? Where my Atlanta people? I'm trying to get I'm trying to buy a property down in Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta, all my Atlanta people, where is a good spot? I want to get rental property first, just to kind of test the waters in Atlanta. I've been looking for rental properties. Just want to get a little rental property out there in Atlanta to kind of test the waters. Okay, this is my wife. What's up, sweetheart? I'm live, baby. What you need? I know that. Where the babies? They in the car? Hold on. Now, my wife, I got to get my babies out the car real quick. Hold on. Let me play something for y'all real quick. Let me play something because I don't want to go nowhere. I still want to chop up game with the family. But let me see what I can play for y'all real quick. While I got to get my babies out the car and the groceries. My wife went and got some groceries. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can play for y'all. I'll play an old Crispy episode, the Crispy Puppet Show. I do that. All right. So let me do this. Let me get what's a place, a good area in Atlanta to get a nice rental spot? Not too high, just something for around 100,000. In Atlanta, I want something in the perimeter though. Inside the perimeter, inside of 285, not outside 285. Think about that. Let me play this. I'll be right back. I got to get my kids out the car real quick. I'll be right back.
You want to see a person who hates his race and you're looking high and low? Well, look no further. You're in the right place. Welcome to the Crispy Show.
What up, everybody? What up, everybody? How you doing, boys and girls? It's Crispy and the Crispy Show, everybody. And I'm broadcasting again from the Struggle Mansion. How you doing, everybody? Anyway, everybody, today's show, everybody, is brought to you by the letter B, everybody. And what are some of the words that start with the letter B, everybody? Well, bald spot. That's one of the words that start with the letter B. See, Crispy has a bald spot coming in because I'm losing my hair, everybody. What are some other words that start with the letter B, everybody? Black bitches. You know Crispy hate those raggedy black bitches, don't you, everybody? What are some other words that start with the letter B, everybody? Beat down. Because Crispy will beat down one of these raggedy black bitches, everybody. Anyway, though, everybody, on a serious note, everybody, last week, Crispy had a little drug relapse, everybody. I was live on the air, and I had a drug relapse, everybody, and I said and did some things that were not conducive to the way a puppet should act on the air, everybody. I conducted myself a certain way, everybody, and I said certain things, everybody, that I should not have said, everybody. And Crispy would like to apologize, everybody. I will try my best not to conduct myself in that manner again, everybody. But you have to understand, everybody, that the root of some of the anger that I have, everybody, and the root of some of my drug use, everybody, I suffer from premature hair loss, everybody. That's right, everybody. I have what's called a fucked up hairline, everybody. And this fucked up hairline and hair loss and my declining bald spot, everybody, this has hindered me through a lot of my endeavors throughout my life, everybody. And this is something that I've been struggling with for a long time, everybody. I'm trying to be strong, everybody. I ain't gonna break down on this goddamn air, everybody. Anyway, everybody, I'm trying to cope with it, everybody. I'm not gonna let it ruin all of my endeavors, everybody. Because this bald spot and this hair loss has been ruining my endeavors, everybody. I'm not gonna let that continue to happen, everybody. So right now, everybody, I've been in rehab right now, everybody. I'm 7 days clean, everybody. I'm taking things one day at a time, everybody. Part of my sobriety is to learn how to accept my flaws and learn how to embrace my flaws, everybody. And that's what I'm doing, everybody. I'm embracing my flaws, everybody. And I'm using my flaws to give me strength, everybody. I'm embracing my flaws, everybody. So what I've done now, everybody, I've recorded an album. The name of the album is called Moist After Midnight, everybody. And the first single and video from the album is a song I just recorded called My Bald Spot's Calling, everybody. Now sit back and I hope you enjoy, everybody. What up, everybody? It's your boy Crispy, everybody. And I want to make sweet love to one of you ladies, everybody. So don't look at my hairline, look at my heart, everybody. Which one of you ladies want to come in my bedroom, everybody? I'll take any one of you, except one of you raggedy black bitches, everybody. Listen to this now. My hairline's falling, and I have nothing to save it. Oh, there ain't no more stalling. I'm trying to decide if I should save it, baby.
body. I put a do-rag around my fucked up hairline. You won't forget it, baby, and I hope it don't get wet, baby. It's unbelievable how my hairline is falling from me. I can just hear it falling, falling, falling. My bald spot is calling for you. You can see my scalp, baby. My bald spot is calling for you. Everybody. My bald spot is calling for you. I got a fucked up hairline. My bald spot is calling for you. Everybody. Look at my taco meat. 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 Bitch, look at my taco meat. Look at my taco meat. My ball spot is falling, baby. Oh, you. Yeah, baby. My ball spot is calling. My hair's a million miles away. My body is calling. My hair's falling on my face.
All right, there you go. I'm back. That's the jam right there. My bald spot is calling from Crispy. And you can still support the Crispy Puppet, the Hairless America movie. Let me give y'all the link to Hairless America. Hold on, where's the link? Y'all can still support the Hairless America. Hold on. Let me find that. Let me give y'all the link. Hold on 1 second. Let me give y'all the GoFundMe page for Hairless America with the Crispy Puppet. All right. That's the Hairless America. So y'all give a couple of dollars. I'm still going to do the Crispy Puppet Hairless America movie. So y'all just throw a couple of dollars in the GoFundMe page. That's it right there. There's $1 or $2. Nothing much. You can just throw a little something in there. yeah, the Hairless America. Yeah, throw a couple of. I got some new Crispy episodes coming soon. I got some new Crispy episodes coming soon, so you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, I got to find out some spots in Atlanta to get something going. If I get something going, I'll probably get it in Atlanta because Atlanta's a central spot where you got different types of black people who are pretty upwardly mobile. I got to look into Dallas too. But most likely Atlanta. Atlanta is more like a hub where I think we can really get something going. But again, before I put all those ideas out there, I got to get some shit going behind the scenes. All right, let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Atkins from Austin, Texas.
What's your name, brother?
Atkins.
Atkins. How you doing, Atkins?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. I just wanted to speak on that one caller, Lucas, that called in earlier.
Yeah.
I just thought it was real funny how every time you would check him on one of his points, that he would automatically start to begin to play stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to know, is that a tactic that a lot of white supremacists use?
That is 100%. You got it on the money, and I'm glad that you are one of the few black people to figure it out. That whole silly, I'm naive act that Lucas was doing is nothing but an act. I agree. I can concede to that. Oh, that's a con game. I think that Lucas is every bit of a white supremacist as all the other ones. That whole, I don't know what white supremacy is. He had all of his white supremacist talking points ready to go until I knocked them all out the water real quickly. And he pretended to concede, but again, he's not going to really deal with white supremacy because he thinks that, or he's going to assume that white supremacy is basically the Klan or the skinheads or something like that. And white supremacists, they come in different forms, and they are very deceptive. The white supremacists are the masters of deception. They play this dingy role. And I talked about this in my international racism lecture. The white supremacists, they know stuff. They know information. They know.
Because he was talking about Dr. Umar Johnson. I noticed that he kept mentioning his name, trying to throw him under the bus.
Yeah. Trying to bring up Umar and all that old stuff, trying to be talk slick about Umar and all that. And I wasn't buying that. Because really, the fact that he even listened to Crispy, that let me know everything I need to know about him. You understand? Only a white supremacist would sit up and listen to Crispy's dusty ass. You understand? So that let me know everything I needed to know about him off rip. So everything else he said, I didn't trust it. Just because a suspected white supremacist is being nice and acting like he's agreeing with you, you got to stay on guard. I take everything he was saying with a grain of salt. And you got to watch out for those kind. They're the worst kind. And most of the white supremacists who I debate, they'll call up and they're very aggressive and hostile. But that's the white supremacist who's a little more deceptive because black people are suckers for white people being nice to them. And when white supremacists are smiling in your face and all that, they can get away with a lot of shit with black folks. And we got to know how to catch that. I wouldn't trust Lucas's ass as far as I can throw him. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what it is, man. But thanks for the call, man. I wouldn't trust his ass as far as I can throw that dude. He's playing doofy and goofy. He ain't goofy. Oh, that's a con game. I wasn't buying that at all. I wasn't buying that at all. He was conceding because I called him out on all his bullshit. What he's doing now is coming up with more bullshit. That's all Lucas was doing. Lucas was coming up with better bullshit. You got to understand how the white supremacists think. The white supremacists, they thrive on deception. His whole thing, he wanted to really show that white supremacy doesn't exist. That black people have other problems. But when I wanted to lock him down on that, he kept changing the subject. You got to watch cats like that. See, what he wants to do, Lucas and people like Lucas, they see that their old talking points are easily debunked when they come across people like me or Umar. That's why he's talking about with you and Umar. Because me and Umar, people like that, we can debunk your bullshit just like that. All your good little talking points, just like that bullshit. Well, only 2% of whites own slaves. Why even bring that up, by the way? That he was just waiting to throw that bullshit ass talking point out, and I knocked that out of the water. So basically, what he's going to do, he's going to go to the drawing board to come up with better, refined bullshit. That's all that is. I don't buy all that. Hey, I'm conceding. The white supremacists don't concede. And when they play dumb like a fox. I'm hip to that game. He lost that battle. But he's at the drawing board. He's right back at the drawing board. Because he was going to throw out a whole bunch of other deceptive smokescreen talking points, but I kept bringing him back in. Like, hey, come on back in. Let's get back in. No, I don't want to waste time. No, I don't want to talk to him tonight. I don't want to hear all that filibustering and all that stuff. Don't want to hear it, but I'm on to you. Just because you'd had sex with some black folks, I'm still on to you. That's the thing. The white supremacists, they want to put us in a position. They want to put us in a position to not see their bullshit. Let's see who this is. What's up? Who's calling?
Hi, is this Tariq?
This is Tariq.
Oh, hi. This is Independent Thought from Detroit.
Independent Thought from Detroit. How you doing, family?
I'm doing good.
What's going on?
Basically, the next big topic I think the news is going to start covering is black guys basically leaving, their white families behind and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Black guys doing that?
Yeah, because like I go on Facebook and stuff, and I see like a lot of the white girls now they got like mixed kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And like you don't see a black father, but you always see like the white girls with the mixed kids. It's like, dang, they doing the white girls just like they doing the black girls.
But yeah, the white supremacists, they've always told white women that if you have a kid by a black guy, you're gonna be a single mother. They've always threatened white women with that. So that's old game. They've been doing that, and they come up with ways to try to shame white women by calling them mud sharks and all this stuff. And really, like, look at how they do the Kardashians. These women are wealthy, and they try that shaming thing on them too. So that's old news with the white supremacists. But what else is new with them? Thank you for the call, brother. Yes, indeed. And again, I don't want to talk to Lucas. Gus T. Renegade brought this up too. And shout out to Gus T. Renegade. I think Gus had an interview with Jesse Lee Peterson that I want to hear too. I haven't had a chance to hear that. But Gus brought this up, how the white supremacists, one tactic they use, and black people got to watch out for this. White supremacists, they love wasting your time. That's another tactic of the white supremacists. The white supremacists will go out of their way to waste your time. They know how to waste your time, just have you going in circles, listening to them, going in circles. And by them wasting your time, you don't really get anything done. So you got to watch out for that too. Watch out for the white supremacists who go out of their way to try to waste your time. They're good at doing that. If you go like on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, these white supremacists will get on anonymous Facebook pages and Twitter pages and try to debate non-stop with you. And just bring up bullshit talking point after bullshit. They'll troll non-stop. They are good at wasting your time. Very good at wasting time. Because if you're wasting time with them, the other white supremacists can go in behind the scenes and start manipulating shit tangibly. Yeah, it's a real big time waster. See, I get to the point with these white supremacists. I get to the point with them. I'm not going to let them waste time. I'm not going to let them filibuster about a whole bunch of bullshit. I'm going to get right to the point with them. Just like with Lucas. Called up, he started talking about China, and he went all over the place. I'm like, whoa, bring it back. Let's just get right to the point. What's your deal? They will white supremacists get off on wasting your time. That's a tactic and strategy of white supremacy. I block the shit out of them on Twitter. When I see them fake Twitter accounts, hey, Tariq, you black people commit 80% of the crime and you're only 12% of the population. Block. Because all they're going to do is just copy and paste a bunch of bullshit talking points from Stormfront. That's all they're going to do. I already know what they're going to do. They're going to just waste time with pointless bullshit. Oh, the Anthony Johnson lie? Oh, yeah, that's very easy. Understand this, brother. White supremacists are liars. That's why they don't really fuck with somebody who knows their history for real. One lie the white supremacists like bringing up, Anthony Johnson, who was the first slave owner, who was a black guy. He was the first slave owner, so we should be mad at the black slave owner. First, let me tell you why that's a lie in 3 ways. Number one, it's a lie because the Spanish who were here 100 years before Anthony Johnson in the Virginia colonies, they were slave owners. That's one reason why it's a lie. Number two, the second reason why it was a lie, Anthony Johnson, he had indentured servants on his plantation, and he was an indentured servant before, and he had a contract dispute with somebody who was supposed to work for 7 years, but they didn't finish their contract term, and as punishment, the person who worked for Anthony Johnson was sentenced to work for him for the rest of his life. So the white supremacists like to say, well, that's the first case of slavery. But before Anthony Johnson, there was another white slave owner who had a slave, a black slave named John Punch, who was enslaved for life, way before Anthony Johnson. So that's a lie on 3 different levels. You dig? So that's a lie. It's just a lie. Anthony Johnson was not the first slave owner. That's a lie. Also, with Anthony Johnson, when Anthony Johnson died, he didn't get to pass that slave-owning wealth, which they say, on to his family. The white supremacists came in and took his estate after he died. So the white supremacists got all the wealth and the resources that were left over from Anthony Johnson's estate. So I'm looking back at the white supremacists now. Where's Anthony Johnson's slave money? Where's the reparations that you have for Anthony Johnson's plantation? See, if you know history, you can knock these white supremacists out the box because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All they know are bullshit talking points. Lucas, you're going to have to stop trolling, brother. Lucas, you're trying to waste time now. Did y'all see that bullshit with Evander Holyfield and Mitt Romney? Was that Mitt Romney? Lord Evander Holyfield, what happened, brother? That was some sad shit, man. That was some sad shit. Watching Evander Holyfield. And that's how they want Negroes. Black fighters, you make millions of dollars. They manipulate your money from you. And now you up here doing goofy ass fights where you got to take a dive to Mitt Romney. You gotta sit your big black ass up here and act like Mitt Romney knock you out. That's some sad shit. That's why I love Floyd Mayweather. That's why I love Floyd Mayweather, and that's why the white supremacists hate him. That was sad, man. You gotta take a dive from old, decrepit ass Mitt Romney. Wow. That's why I want Floyd Mayweather to get every dime you can get, brother. Get every dime. What's up, champion? They love that. They love a docile Negro that they can wheel out and have him do tricks like a pet. They love that. Yeah, Evander's broke. Evander used to have a real tight house out there in Atlanta, too. Let's see who we got. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Steve in Houston, man.
Steve in Houston. What's on your mind, brother?
What's that?
What's on your mind, Steve? Talk to me, player.
Oh, man, you know what? I'm not going to hold you up, man. This is a two-parter, man. I know your patience is legendary, man.
Yes, indeed.
The first one is, I know you've been talking about vending machine businesses, man. Like, what is the success rate from the experiences that you've heard from the people that you know, whatever, that have invested in vending machines?
To be honest, I don't know too much about that. But I do know that it's really about who you can cut a deal with to get a vending machine in some of their locations. Like you can get a vending machine at a high volume barbershop or medical center, or even a school would be ideal. But usually the schools or places like hospitals and places of that nature, they get like contracts or people bidding on contracts to put their vending machines there. So it's really based on who you can cut a deal with to get your vending machines located with. That's the real deal, and you got to really negotiate that. That's what it's all about. You can go buy a vending machine now, but where you place it is the most important thing, and you got to be able to find somebody that's willing to cut a deal with you that hasn't already cut a deal already. You understand?
So it all depends on your mouthpiece, basically.
Yeah, it depends on your mouthpiece, and yeah, just really what they want for it. You dig? It just really depends on your mouthpiece and who you can cut a deal with, and who's willing to do business with you.
So when you get the vending machine into somebody's business, you have to pay them like a monthly. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like,
that's the reason. That's the reason why they're gonna let you have it. Like if I'm running a business and you come up, hey man, can I put my vending machine in your business? Like no, You know, for what?
Well, yeah,
Unless
true
you're
that.
paying me.
Yeah, true that. True
Yeah. So why am I letting you put your big ass snack machine in my business? You know, give me 300. Give me 300 a month. Give me 500 a month or whatever. You dig?
Is
So,
that how much
I'm
it usually is?
I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving. It's probably not that much, but it might be a couple of $100 a month. Who knows? But it just really depends. And I would say start with a barbershop or a beauty salon. Somebody in your neighborhood who has a beauty salon, which is high volume. Say, hey, let me give you a couple of $100 a month to keep my vending machine in here, and they should be cool with that if they don't have one already. And that's extra money for them. You feel me?
I appreciate that, man. My second one is are there any resume building sites that you would recommend?
Resume building sites. There's people, you know, you can go to Craigslist and find people who can build your resume for you. Just go to Craigslist and post up, hey, can somebody do a good resume? Send me some examples. You'll find about 100 people in a day.
Man, cool. I appreciate that, bro.
Much respect, man. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get up here with my babies and my wife and my childrens. It's been fun, family. It has been fun. Don't forget, everybody, go to TariqElite.com to get the new melanin shirts. They're selling like hotcakes. Get the Melanoid Nation shirts there as well. Go to TariqLive.com to get tickets to join me on tour this summer. If you people would like to book me in July or late June. After June, I'm not doing any more lectures for a couple of months, I think, because I really got to focus on Hidden Colors. After July. I'm really going to be focused on Hidden Colors. So a lot of people I think they want to book me for lectures later on this year, but I kind of just want to focus on doing the Hidden Colors film and getting that knocked out. But I do want to get a lot of stuff knocked out this summer. So this summer, especially July, if you guys, you're at a school, you want to book me to come to your place, make it happen. You got until July. We're going to make it happen in July. I'm going to be on the road. I'm knocking all these cities out in July. Go to TariqLive.com. TariqLive.com for information to book me. Y'all use some of your trapping money. Use some of your tricking money. Y'all got money to bring me on out. It's real simple. The rates are on my website, TariqLive.com. All you need is a venue. Hook up with radio stations or whatever. We can make it happen. Damn near all my lectures are sold out. It's almost a guaranteed success. So go to TariqLive.com. Let's make it happen. And all my people, we're going to be in Atlanta possibly July 11th. That's going to be a real big one. And I keep you posted on that. We're finalizing the venue information this week. So I'll give you guys all that information pretty soon. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.